뭐 재미있는
있는 일 따윈 없다. 30번째 똑같은 말을 하는 것도 재주군. 혹시 말을 한 뒤에 곧바로 까먹기라도 하는 거라면.
But it sounds a little different.
정확히는 28번째. 30번이 채워지면 후두보에 손상이 있던 건 아닌지 확인하려던 참이었다.
The humor salt.
안다고 알아. 얼마나 지루하면 내가 이러겠어. 할 게 없으니까 이러지. 100개만 게임도 이제 질렸다고.
잘 됐네. 그러면 이 갈매기 밥 주는 거랑 꼬박꼬박 해줘. 너희들이 다 질려서 내가 돈 못하고 있잖아.
그러게. 어차피
얘네.
호수를 벗어나면 원래 살던
시고.
곳으로 돌려보낼 거면서 왜 그렇게 정을 붙인 거예요?
No wonder the Seagull's the MVP.
아, 출근하잖아. 눈빛이 좀
Nope.
그냥 갈매기의 눈빛인데요.
Average seagull eyes. Crazy. Dawn raid time. Vibe day. I'm not gonna bother reading out the narration. Actually, should I? Whatever. Daily trials of mirror dungeons. I've not done mirror dungeons at all. Dante is just wrong. Just playing GBF on the side as this is going.
저기
I'm certified illiterate.
베르길리우스,
Certified. Even merge salt. Ah. You're getting a lot of quality of life lately, so it's kind of good you're putting it off. Good. I love
히스클리프? 미쳤나요?
quality of life in mirror dungeons.
면담의 부작용인가? 겁대가리 상실증 그런 거야?
I feel like I joined GBF at a good time too, like when GBF was also adding a lot of quality of life. So if I do mirror dungeon after all the trauma, after all the Nessus picks, even better. Hey Zakarda, not much.
제법이군.
Went out to lunch today. Almost didn't stream, almost food coma after lunch.
지금 이
After I came back,
놀라운 일은
I was like, you know, I'm home.
말해.
I'll stream for like an hour to do Star Saber dailies.
그 뭐야?
Now I'm here.
다음으로 가는 건 T사 맞지?
내가 굳이 대답해야 하나?
당신 알잖아. 내가 왜 이러는지.
I don't get hear me clicking away in the background while I'm playing GBF as I talk.
뭐 조급해하지 않아도 된다. 이놈이나 저놈이나 그걸 잘 못하는 것 같지만 흐름대로라면 네 약속에 늦는 일은 결코 없을 테니.
From You'll start narrating the inner thoughts after I get some more tea in me.
아니 약속보다 중요한 게
Also, I haven't leveled my units yet. Maybe
Yeah.
I should be leveling my units.
너네들 중에
I also need to buy the
혹시 뭐
XP tickets.
T사랑 관련된 놈 손 좀 들어봐.
Heathcliff is worried that
손 들었어. 알다시피
it's his turn. I mean,
과거에
it is his turn,
T사에
obviously.
잠시 살았던 적은 있소만.
아니 당신은 지나왔잖아.
Maybe did you? Verdict?
그럼 역시
Pause?
곧 있으면. 하지만 아직도 이 정신 나간 호수 한가운데고. 시계 대가리. 지금이 며칠이더라?
How would I know? So funny.
뭐? 시계 달고 있는데 왜 날짜를 몰라?
This guy's always so racist. Clocks and calendars are completely different things. Okay, speak your truth, Dante.
아우 히스 한숨만 벌써 30번째야.
13th
보스 바닥 좀
side.
확인해봐. 쟤 때문에 움푹 파였을 것 같으니까.
말해요,
Why is
히스클리프.
Brody have to keep track of the size?
그쪽의 차례가 온 거죠. 무엇이 됐든 준비가 필요한 거고요.
이 정도면 뭐 숨길 것도 없겠네.
After some time.
그러니까 요약하자면 아무래도 이스마엘 다음은 히스클레프 차례인 것 같고 그 근거가 될 만한 물건을 저번 면담 때 베르길리우스에게 전달받았고 그 물건에 의하면 T사에 갈 때 멋지게 차려입을 옷이나 꾸미는 작업이 필요한데
Fancy clothes. Going to a ball for Catherine.
계속
어때요,
호수에
캐서린?
떠 있으니까 마음이 초조해져서 대체 어떻게 해야 할지 모르겠다는 거군요.
그래, 그러니까
근데 아니 그건 뭐 육지에 내리거나 해야 해결할 수 있는 일 아닌가?
Like Gregor always gets so much text during Intervallos and so
뭘
little
그런 걸
during the
가지고
actual
어를 타고
cantos.
있어. 히스
Like Marcel and
육지에만
Gregor
내리면
get
그런
like
건 내가 도와줄
15
테니까
times more
걱정하지
lines
말라고.
when we're actually doing something.
애초에 육지에 언제 내릴 줄 알고.
단테, 수감자들의 예정된 업무 시간에 도달했습니다.
What a clash of background music or background sounds. I flexibly use some usual routine as a light alarm play.
뭐 별일도 아니야.
비가 낭자한 단막극이라도 볼 수 있을 줄 알았건만. 참. 뭐 대드는 게 아니었다는 건 다행이네요.
Sinners each got from their seats, yawned, stretched, and one by one disappeared into the back door.
시계 대가리에 대가리만 없는 게 아니라 눈치도 없었던 거냐? 말이라도 좀. 아,
Georgios and Karen also walked into the back door, mocking grins on their faces, them both trolling. And I was left alone in the ship's cabin, standing awkwardly next to a severely crestfallen Heathcliff. Poor Heathcliff. Oh, Don. Wait. There was another.
히스클리프군!
넌 왜 여기 남아 있냐? 가서 T사에서만 만날 수 있다는 해결사 나으리들에 대해 떠들러 가야지.
그런 거야.
와, 이
나중에
그림이
해도
그렇구만.
충분하오. 그보다 히스클리프군 내게 잘 보이는 것이 좋을 거요.
Shall do well.
이게 뭐라고?
Does she have like?
이야기가 안 끝났어. 관리자 나리와
Does she have something useful?
조용히 오게나.
Don Quixote wore a confident smile. She slowly, gingerly walked over to presently and temporarily vacant Charon's seat, and whispered ever so silently to us. scary.
내게 기가 막힐 수가 있다네.
I'm so scared of Dawn. Dawn. Dawn scares me so much. Wow, this loading screen is taking forever. What the heck? Okay, it took like 20 years. Oh, hey Ishmael.
그래서 기가 막힌 수라는 건 뭐냐?
Oh, yeah, the autoplay on. I didn't think there were words in his word expressing how to describe the look on Heathcliff's face. Four ones. It was unclear whether Heathcliff's internal struggle mattered much to Don Quixote. However, she began excitedly describing her plan.
히스클리프군, 그대는 제 번째 협회 출신인 아주 옛날에 존재했던 전설의 해결사 붉은
Christmas.
주머니를 아시는가?
Everyone says it's the Christmas
붉은-
Intervallo.
뭐 베르길리우스 같은 그런 거냐?
붉은 주머니는 조수인 사슴맨과 함께 도시 곳곳을 누비며 어떠한 가혹함이 있는 곳이더라도 반드시 배달 업무를 해냈다고 전해지네.
Reindeer Man.
특히 크리스마스엔 어떤 대가도 받지 않고 도시의 착한 아이들에게 선물을 나누어 줬다고 하지.
Does Dawn consider herself
해결사
a child?
잡지에서 매년 겨울에 표지로 등장하시는 분이건만 어찌 모르는가?
Don Quixote asked, sounding genuinely shocked to learn that Heathcliff did not know of this red sack.
내가 그런 걸 왜 보냐?
어허! 그런 거라니! 관리자 나리, 그대는 들어보았겠지?
I knocked my taking Clockhead. I didn't really feel me to spell out for her.
아무도 구독하지 않았단 말인가? 그렇게 부르짖으며 자네들에게 열심히
Just sniffle.
홍보했건만
She's crying. She's crying.
중요한 건 우리 히스클리프 군이 누구에게도 꿀리지 않을 빼어나고 멋들어진 단장을 해야 한다는 점 아니겠는가?
이제야 이야기가 본론으로 들어가네. 계속해봐.
본인은 아주 잘 알고 있네. 그 꽃단장을 참고할 최고의 롤 모델이 바로 붉은 주머니와 조수
Reindeer
사슴맨의
Man.
복장이란 걸.
아, 느낌 싸한데. 그 석양의 어쩌고들 같이 괴상한 옷을 입은 거 아니냐?
전혀 괴상하지
얘기하네.
않네. 그리고 석양의 해결사 코스프레를 해주지도 않았으면서
Cosplay.
어떻게 그리 말할 수 있는가? 제대로 입어보지도 않고 그런 말을 하면 안 되는 것이란 말이네.
This is a large wall of
되게
text.
거들먹거리길래 혹시나 했는데 또 그놈의 해결사 어쩌고 하는 헛소리냐? 하, 지금은 그럴 힘도 없으니까 일단 5대 달아놔라.
5 honest hits. When the sliver of hope on Heathcliff's face was beginning to rapidly fade. The Xbox
지금까지
trailer?
보아온 해결사들은 어떠했는가?
I saw something about the free-to-play suffering for it.
해결사들이 우스꽝스러웠는가? 떠올리시게 오히려 멋지고 정돈된 차림이 아니었는가? 눈과 마음을 열고 단호하게 말해보시게.
Dawn really saying, did they not have
회사에서
the
봤던
drip?
그 쫄쫄이는 다시 생각해도 웃긴데?
Not him insulting Siegfried.
지금 브리티시는 우습지 않소. 그 코스튬 멋있지 않소. 그 소재에 대해 말하자면
The Xbox trailer spoiling stuff was kind of funny.
돌아오시오 히스클리프군. 네, 아직 말이 안 끝났단 말이오.
아, 오늘따라 왜 이렇게 팔팔한 거야?
물론 지크프리트 씨 같은 스페셜한 분도 있지만 대부분의 해결사는 멋있게 차려입고 무엇보다 고귀하지 않았는가?
고기? 그건 잘 모르겠고 그럴싸한 옷을 입고 있는 사람도 있었던 것 같기도.
Wait, posh.
바로 그거요. 본인을 잘 따라와주기만 한다면 그들의 멋있는 복장을 그대로 재현할 수 있어.
그런가?
Very persuasive.
에이 젠장. 반박하려고 해도 내가 옷이나 꾸미는 거에 대해 뭘 알아야지. 그래서 그런 옷들을 어디서 구하는데? 솔직히 아까 다른 놈들이 말한 대로 육지에 가기 전에 뭘 구하기도 어렵잖아.
본인이 다 그것까지 생각하여 말하는 것이네. 어제 이 버스 안에
That is
경보가
a
울렸던 것을
crazy
기억하는가?
spoiler. It's a crazy ass spoiler for some important theories. So funny. That
본인은
revolver.
궁금했네. 도당체 파우스트군은 무엇을 보고 그렇게 판단하는지. 그래서 다들 뒷문으로 들어가려 소란스러울 때 조심스럽고도 은밀히 이 몸 홀로 앞으로 나아가 그 화면을
She
들여다보고
understood
말았지.
So he took a peep at the screen. Yeah, that's so
그
funny.
복잡한 기호들을
Xbox moment.
네가 알아먹을 수 있다고?
본인도 알아챌 것이라는 생각을 갖고 들여다본 것은 아니었다만 거기에 있었던 문양은 의외로 추측하기 쉽더군.
The exclamation mark at the end.
바로 붉은 주머니와 사슴맨의 상징.
The very
그리고
last one. That's so
멋들어진
funny.
옷을 의미하는 문양이 있었던 게지.
그렇게 간단할 리가.
Yeah, no, it can't be that simple. Agreed. That's so funny. I agreed with Heathcliff. However, Don Quixote remained enthusiastic as ever, as though she was already expecting him to say that.
알고 있는가?
Dost thou know? Dost thou know?
뒷문 안에 있는 무수한 문들에는 문양이 종종 나타난다는 것을.
뭐?
Good luck, Abby.
쉬러 갈 때마다, 지나칠 때마다, 생각날 때마다 본인은 그걸 유심히 지켜보았지. 그리고 바로 어제 그 화면에 나타났던 문양과 완전히 같은
Feeling
것이
down?
있는
Hope you
문을
feel better soon,
복도에서
Fox.
찾았네.
Sucks that you're feeling down. Hope your day goes better quickly.
미안하네, 관리자 나리. 본인에게 잘못이 있다면 이 끓어오르는 모험 기질을 죽이지 못한 것일 테지. 하지만 그 문을 잠깐, 아주 살짝만 열고 내부를 관찰했을 때 본인의 모든 추리와 추측이 맞아 떨어졌다는 말을 듣는다면
He sounds like a crazy theory
정상
captor.
창작을 부탁할 수 있지 않겠는가?
대체 이 새끼는 하지 말라는 걸 왜 자꾸 하는 거야?
No one ever listens. Actually, Heathcliff doesn't listen. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say. Heathcliff don't remember either. I remember Heathcliff ignored all warnings and went into the restricted areas past the area of the corridors that were allowed to use. Just a friend, you're worried about them, but gonna give them time to process stuff. Hopefully, they're all fine then. How different this time? Back then, he had no idea what was beyond that door. Yeah, wishing all the best for you and your friend. I guess mostly your friend, since your friend's the one that perhaps has stuff going on.
아니, 우리
Hopefully the
셋으로
comedy
족하지 않겠는가?
of revisiting
셋이면
this
딱 적당하다네.
Intervallo will be
모든 이야기는
a good way to get your mind
항상
off of it.
셋에서 시작하지. 무슨 소린지 모르겠군.
Not the whistling. Answer to this predicament was right there. Tell them that it's dangerous and shove them back into their respective rooms to rest up for tomorrow.
관리자 나리, 그 안은 정말 평화로운 것 같아 보였어. 우리는 그저 히스칼리프 군이 입으로 몇 벌을 가지고 나오면 그만일 뿐이지 않은가?
It was obvious that Don Quixote wasn't helping Heathcliff out of the pure kindness of her heart. Also, this seems like it could go wrong so fast. Maybe she hungered for an adventure. Or maybe she thought that she might be able to do that cosplay of the fixers she so admired. She wants to go thieving. If we can find Heathcliff some nice clothes to put his heart at ease, then... Ishmael? Maybe we can do something about this before things get out of control. Oh, I see. Like the last time when I just let a sinner's anxieties soon exacerbate. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. Fine. But we're turning around at the first sign of danger.
진심으로 하는 말이냐?
Actually listen to Dawn for once. Come on, you were willing to do it if it meant that you could pick up some clothes. Get some drip.
뭐 시계 대가리까지 붙으면 괜찮겠지.
잘 결정했어. 그럼 오늘 밤
그럼
관리자 나리의 방문 앞에서 우리가 문을 똑똑똑똑 하고 두들기면 나리께서는 암호로
들어가라.
I really hope this won't be a waste of time. Might be more than a waste of time. We agree on a precise time before returning to our respective rooms. If Intervallos are all just pure text, I'd probably much prefer that. I don't think my team's strong enough to fight properly. Probably level some units up. Oh no. Oh no.
이 소리는 폭풍인가?
Oh no.
마치 개소리 묻지는 건가?
What is he muttering on about? Oh no. This can't be good. At least little Dawn, I guess. Oh, should I just borrow a Heathcliff? Okay, I'll just borrow Heathcliff if it goes bad.
와일드 헌트야.
Wild Hunter. Surely this can't go too poorly. The dark silent night. All are sound asleep.
뭐였는가?
가서 별거 없기만 해봐.
한치의 거짓도 없다네. 자, 이쪽으로.
We quietly and sneakily follow Don Quixote, taking care to not make a noise. Very impressive close control by Don. Are we really crossing this line?
아이씨, 내가 이거 넘었다가 어떻게 된 줄 모르냐?
본인은 다르네. 그저 이 선 넘어 오른쪽 복도를 조금만 따라가서 바로 앞에 있는 문을 열기만 하면.
So these are the symbols she was talking about? Past the door, through the window, the symbols Don Quixote mentioned shimmered. Symbols that seemed to indicate a sack, wrapped present, and what appeared to represent fancy clothes. So, the red sack and the reindeer man symbols?
바로 그렇네.
다른 건 몰라도 네 녀석이 이런 걸 헷갈릴 리는 없겠지. 연다.
Huh? Hold on. It's gonna be like Santa Man takes your skin. Before I had a chance to stop him, Heathcliff barged into the door, and we found ourselves almost getting dragged in by his sheer fervor.
오.
Wow, it really was a workshop. We found ourselves in a rather sizable room. This place was decorated with numerous Christmas-themed ornaments. Warm, cozy lighting reflected off the wooden flooring, and a maze of conveyor belts were installed all over the place. This place is... a factory?
그러하네.
저것들은 또 뭐냐? 조그마한 꼬맹이 같은 게.
Are we fighting the elves?
이보게! 이 돈 키호테가 왔네!
Why are you screaming, Dawn?
이 새끼 뭐 하는 거야?
The little figure Heathcliff indicated didn't exactly look like children. They all froze for a moment before turning in direction. they weren't humans, that's for sure. Dawn makes his game 20% better.
본인이 다 이야기해둔 것들이 있다네.
What happened to the sneakiest of peaks? Dreaming is their native language. It really is.
야, 시계 대가리. 뭐가 온다.
What is that? A small but larger than others around it figure scurried over and stood before us.
아이고 돈키호테 나으리가 오셨음.
Shum? It's a gnome. Is that why it said
이번에도
shum?
예상하지 못했던 곳에서 갑자기 뿅 나왔음.
Shum. Who's this, Don Quixote?
우리에게 멋진 선물을 주실 분일세.
He rubbed his hands together, or whatever I assumed to be hands, looked up at us, and started.
반갑숨. 돈키호테 나으리의 친구 되시는 분들인가 보.
Moom?
저는 도도루라고 하옴. 이 선물 공장에서 선물을 만드는 일을 하는 놈이움.
I know.
그렇네. 놈일세.
Was that supposed to be obvious? You've been gnomed. What are gnomes, anyways? So they're not humans, right?
그렇소. 이들은 사람이 아니라 놈이니까 말이오.
그렇다움. 인간은 아닌 것이오. 헤음헤음.
도시엔 인간만 있을 수 있다고 들었던 것 같은데.
They're not abnormalities or distortions either. There's something else.
도시? 역시나.
뭐 사람인지 아닌지가 중요하겠는가? 중요한 건 어떤 마음으로 어떤 일을 하는가일세.
맞는 말씀이용 나으리.
1836 is hard. Yeah, I heard that's a pretty big wall.
나만 그렇게 느낀 거 아니지?
그보다움.
This Dodru cut in our conversation.
친구분들께서는 원하시는 선물이 있으신지요?
Are they like trapped
이를테면
presents?
멋진 옷이라던가 강력한 무기라던가 맛있는 과자도 있다옴.
I'm supposed to try to invade the city.
멋진 옷? 있는 거냐?
관심 가는 게 있으신 거였나 보. 자자자자. 그럼
짜잔.
잠시 이쪽으로.
I missed along. Gnome said something about introducing us to the reception hall and led us to a certain room in his scurrying gait. This seems more like a storage space than a reception hall.
여기 따뜻한 벽난로도 있고 탁자도 있고 참으로 따뜻하고 아늑한 공간이로군.
거기에 더해 맛있는 다과도 준비해 두었음. 조금만 기다리시면 금방 원하시는 선물을 가져다 드리겠습니다.
No. The gnome bowed, opened the door, and scuttled out of the room. Are reception halls usually this barren? Is that blood on the floor? I've never been in one before, so I had no idea this is what they're supposed to be like. I had to ask. Especially because it was starting to get pretty obvious, even with my rather limited experience, there was something off about this whole situation.
요새는 이런 감성도 유행이라는 말을 들은 것 같소.
나도 들은 적 있어. 뭐 공사 하다가 만 것 같은 곳에 대충 물건 몇 개 쌓아두는 게 더 인기가 있다던데.
Is that what this is? Huh.
관리자 나리는 마음 놓으시게. 본인이 책임지고 멋진 선물을 받아낼 것이니.
여차하면 들고 나를 수도 있을 거고 슬쩍 보니 번쩍번쩍한 게
It's a different game.
포장하는 것 같았다고.
도둑질은 안 돼요. 벌써 헤어 쿠폰 데이를
Yeah, it's a different
잊었는가?
game, just someone. It's Star Savior.
알았어.
He closed his foul mouth as always, but it was evident from his relaxing expression that his anxiety was starting to ease. Oh no, all good, all good. I know that Olympus has the same stage denomination, so it makes sense you'd be confused by it. Especially since Target didn't say game. It said number dash number. Rather delicate but gently smoldering hearth. Calm, silent air. Perfect atmosphere to bring up uncomfortable subjects for some honest heart-to-heart. True, Dante, true. Or someone waiting for you there. Someone who you'd like to dress up for. Don
뭐 아예 틀린 말은 아니긴 한데.
It's his crush.
비밀 이야기인가?
Don Quixote excitedly and loudly dragged her chair up close to Heathcliff.
나는 보란 듯이 성공해서 돌아가야만 해. 적어도 예전에 굴러먹던 그 망나니 히스클리프라고 생각할 수는 없도록. 그러니까 고급스럽고 멋진 옷으로 그럴싸하게 보이는 건 내게 엄청 중요한 거라고.
누군가 그대를 배 아프게라도 했는가?
Is it about revenge, like Ishmael?
복수.
Heathcliff leaned back in his chair. It creaked as he rocked gently back and forth. There was a look of deep introspection on his face, which was, if my memory serves me right, a first. Yeah. Catherine should give him a hug.
복수겠네. 근데 지금 당장 드는 결심은 후회하게 해주겠다.
Make her regret? Okay, maybe Catherine shouldn't be giving her a hug.
나는 거기서
My bad.
날 무시했던 놈들도 죄다 짓밟아줄
My
거야.
bad. Maybe someone else besides Catherine should give him a hug.
나를 선택하지 않았던 걸 땅을 치고 후회할 수밖에 없도록.
Definitely don't give him a hug. Okay, I say I completely misinterpreted. I completely misunderstood the situation here. I see. Kathy. Heathcliff's eyes tremble a little as he speaks her name. He's mentioned that name before. His eyes trembled then too. Simcliffe, yeah. This Kathy must be someone pretty important to you.
당연하지. 무진장 중요하지.
So what happened between the two of you? Between you and Kathy?
정확히 말하면 캐서린이지. 캐시라고도 부르는 거고.
Okay.
길고 골치 아픈 이야기야.
My bad, Heathcliff. My bad, Cliffy.
이 돈키호테의 감히 그 사람이 히스클리프군의 연인이라고 외치고 있어.
Ex-lover Dawn. Wait, is that what she is to you?
아니야 그런 것까진 아니야. 그렇다고.
Oh, look at him acting all shy. Look at him.
모르지만.
Acting all cutesy. Chamber about to be mauled by some gnomes. He's starting like Sinclair on a bad day. While his disposition was as brisk as always, I could clearly see that he couldn't stop himself from smiling from a mere mention of her name. That gave me more than enough answers. Every sinner had a reason for joining Limbus Company, so maybe Heathcliff joined Limbus Company for this Kathy person. Makes me wonder what kind of person she might be, though. Someone that special, that precious to Heathcliff.
왜 그렇게 아련한 말투냐? 징그럽게.
I think it is you, Simp. Now, I do this not out of obligations as the manager, but I'm starting to think that I want to help you out. So you can be the best man you can be for her. We all collectively forget the fact that he just said that she didn't choose him. Hey, it was blood. It was blood. It wasn't the reception hall door. That one was made of wood and wouldn't make that sound that I just heard. This sound came from over there, away from us, from a dark corner of the room. Then we heard sounds of metal scraping against wood. It was accompanied by a howling blizzard. So those were sleigh marks, huh? The huge sleigh made its way across the wooden floor, on the marks that were already on the floorboards. It was flanked by several gnomes. sleigh was red, and the sacks on it were either black or red. But they were all littered with flesh and blood. Oh, they're cute.
도도로, 다음 선물 재료를 갖고 왔음.
They're so cute. They're so cute.
조금만 참으라옴. 그래도 선물 받을 친구들을 생각하면 뿌듯해서 고생은 금방 잊지 않겠소. 맞음.
The gaggle of gnomes who were walking in our direction as they chattered and gossiped froze in place upon noticing us.
왜 농땡이를 피고 있는 것이오?
거기서 수다 떨지 말고 좀 도우라옴. 이번엔 양도 많고 몇 마리는 살려서 데려왔다옴.
I think I saw some sacks on the sleigh move. No, they were thrashing, like something was trying to escape. Is that?
야, 모기 잡아라.
왜 그렇게 심각한 얼굴인 겐가? 저들은 그저 열심히 일을... 거기 누가 있는 거죠? 살려주세요! 여기서 꺼내줘요! 기쁘고 신나는 날이요. 이놈은 싱싱한 놈인 듯하음. 이럴 수가...
그런데 저것들 인간인가 봄. 도도로 실장이 잡아온 건가? 어디서 저렇게 멀쩡하게 인간을 데려온 거지요?
자네들... 설마...
아이고.
I could hear a familiar voice coming from the other door in the room as Don Quixote stood there flabbergasted.
도도루가 실수를 저질러 버렸음. 저것들을 다른 창고로 보내야 했는데 말이움. 너무 신경 쓰지 마시라움. 놈들끼리 하는 재밌는 놀이일 뿐이움. 아무 의미 없음.
That's your excuse?
도도루공.
도도루 듣고 있음.
저 주머니에 들어있는 게 무엇인가?
그냥 선물 재료일 뿐인 것이움. 그나저나 돈키호테 나으리 요청하셨던 멋진 옷들을 제가 준비해 놓았단 말이움. 지금 바로 입으러.
그 재료라는 게 뭐란 말인가?
도도루 거짓말하기 지쳤음. 인간이잖아, 인간. 니놈들 같은 인간. 너희들 다른 창고로 들이라고 내가 나갈 때 말했음. 우리 공장 장난감 선물을 기다리는 많은 이웃에게 실망만 배송하고 싶은 것인가옴?
미안하오.
MB.
공장장님께 기대하시라고 그렇게나 말했는데요.
What was I thinking? This is absolutely not worth it.
네가 하는 생각 나도
You're
똑같이
thinking,
하고 있으니까
Clockhead.
그딴 한숨 쉴
To
거면
quit sighing and start
어떻게 싸워야 할지
strategizing.
고민이나 한 번 더
Get out of
알아봐.
here, yeah.
알았냐?
So funny. So funny. Senior's feeling sorry for myself won't do anything. It never did. Got it.
모두 도구 꺼내라움. 이것이 바로 산지직송 아니겠음?
Go.
그래, 시원하게 덤벼라 이 땅꼬마 괴물들아.
I fear I might need to get a support Heathcliff. I think my level 35 Wild Hunt up Taiwan is not gonna cut it. And I don't think Magical Girl Dawn with no ego is gonna be able to solo a stage. I'm sure I'll be fine. Oh, they're so cute!
내 편에 설 수밖에 없을 거야. 나도
Hey, they're so cute!
빛의 눈이 멀어버렸거든.
Cherry Gnome. Sleepy Gnome.
만만치 않겠군.
This is fucking bopping.
세피라들도 결국 내 편에 설 수밖에
Big
없을
fan,
거야.
big fan.
나도 그들도 모두 빛의 눈이 멀어버렸거든.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Sorry, does Korean pronounce human the same way Japanese does? 'Cause I thought I heard ningen just now. Oh, ouch! What the fuck? That shit can hurt.
공포에 사로잡혀 바닥을
There's
기는
4
모습.
waves?
어디서나 별반 차이가 없네.
Bruh.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
Bruh. Heathcliff!
악은 이렇게
Heathcliff, you have to pull through!
직접 밝혀주마. 비명을 질러라.
재밌네.
I have edgy Heathcliff in the middle of warm
좀더
Christmas
어설플
vibes.
거라고 생각했거든.
목을 내놓고
Oh
있도록.
no. Oh no. Ow. Humano!
사랑으로
Just level him up a bit? No. I refuse.
히어
I refuse to level Heathcliff up.
아르카나 세이버.
I see upside 3 him, but I really don't want to upside 3 him.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네.
Oh no. Oh no.
계속해봐라.
He's getting styled on! He's getting styled on!
생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았더니
만만찮겠군.
너희도 세피라들도 처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지.
Sorry, he's been not able to win clashes. Like, his entire career, he's been not winning clashes. If he don't fuck around, they have paralyzed poise counters. Oh.
아르카나 세이버.
I'm gonna bring a support. I don't care. I do not care. This will be a support moment.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면 너희도 세피라들도 처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지.
히어 아르카나 세이버.
Wait, he's the next Kanto. I have to level him if I don't want to use supports the entire time. I didn't even think
여기까지
about
와서
that.
망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어.
Wait, he's legit required.
사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면
Malnourished IDs. But I forgot he's required because it's the next
거래를 하지
Kanto.
말았어야지.
쓰레기 같은 아르카나 놈들.
Fuck.
계속해봐라.
Oh, he's dying. He got staggered because he lost something earlier. Oh,
아르카나 비트.
I gonna beat.
이번 책을 손에
무슨 일이
넣으려면
있었던
적지 않은 시간이 들 것 같네.
Oh no.
아, 책망할 생각은 없으니
I'll check my heat after this run. See if I got a different one. I don't think I did though.
악은
그
이렇게
정도 시간이
정화되었네.
찰나에 불과하거든.
Dawn's just vibing out as she
사랑으로
solos everything.
악은 이렇게 이 정도쯤이야? 자, 악은 이렇게
Clearly,
정화되었네.
this means you should level fast more.
여기까지 와서
I mean,
망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면
I agree.
좋겠어.
I agree.
사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면
I think it does mean I should level fast more.
처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지.
Look at these cute gnomes I'm killing. Girl. Oh, oh no, he's dead. He's dead.
이럴 수는.
She's oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
기계처럼
Oh.
대본에 적힌 대로
I
운명대로 수행하는 걸
I
원했지.
see.
그 사람의 계획을
Oh.
망치지도 않았어. 실패해도 괜찮아. 그게 인간다운 거잖아.
This surely could not be my fault for not leveling Heathcliff.
이렇게 되는 거지. 나도 똑같다.
We get anything else?
제압을 성공하지 못한 나는 쓸모. 내 머릿속에서 나가.
Okay, I am so sorry for losing, Dawn. I am so sorry. If I had known, I would not have let her lose. That's such a... That's so much screaming. Is this any good? I still don't know how to tell when something's good or bad. Based VA, yeah. She... Going a little ham there. I'm not getting better than this Heathcliff, my Wild Hunt. Fine. The dawn of the promised banquet, the day the hunter rises. I can feel the ice above my hair. The structure of Wuthering Heights is nigh. What is it feeling that this is the Kanto one? Like this particular Kanto? I'm not reading that. I have a feeling that that is actual just straight spoilers for this upcoming Kanto. Interesting. Alright, Heathcliff. Get to 40. That seems a bit hateful. I see, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, the moment he said Wuthering Heights, I was like, this is definitely the bad end, or definitely the related thing. So funny. That's why. Sorry, what am I buying first here? These, right? I have plenty of time. Who the fuck cares? Bruh. I see, it just does that. Okay, whatever. You want the crates and then level tickets? Yeah, I'll farm them all. I mean, surely I'll farm them all eventually. If I fail again, then I guess I'm just level 45ing him. Or I'm a level 45 Dawn if it comes down to it, or push him like +1 level. Alright. Well, that was unfortunate.
너희 보조사서들은 나와 다를 바 없을 거야. 그 사람의 계획에 한껏 이용당하고
Who's getting attacked
결국
here?
버려진 신세잖아. 나는 살고 싶어. 너희도 마찬가지일 테고.
Obviously it's hard.
그럼 협력해서 단 하나의 책을 찾을 수 있도록. 세피라들도 결국 내 편을 설 수밖에 없을 거야. 나도 그들도
Pulls then trades? Yeah, makes sense.
빛의 눈이 멀어버릴 거야.
You level up run comfortably? Yeah. So how do I farm? Obviously, I know that progging story does it, but is it like slam the event dungeon over and over again? If I'm being lazy. Or no, Zoom Mirror Dungeon, right? I have to Zoom Mirror Dungeon. What the fuck?
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네. 그렇게만 해.
How did Suchi hate this Intervallo?
좀더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
Where's Suchi's whimsy? How can you hate this thing? This is so whimsical. You guy has a whimsy in his life. And decent gets traits and mute traits. Alright, sounds good. I probably need to figure out a way to just like, I need to just learn how to play MD while doing other stuff. Or just like win rate MD. Whatever. Oh god, it's gonna do the thing again. Oh no, it's not. Oh, it's gonna do the thing again. Bruh, flash thing! Oh my eyes. Is it only song with the entire Intervallo? That's fine. Song's a banger.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각을 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면 너희도 세피라든.
Wow, why is it so much easier when you why is it so much easier when you play properly leveled characters? Anyone know? My eyes, my fucking eyes. Is that gonna happen every time I use Requiem? Can I stop that somehow? Offense power, I believe. Oh yeah, from the being high level. I know, it's like clashes and all that. Yes? No. God damn it.
도시에서는 누구도 자유롭지 못해.
My
저
Vulcanize.
손님이라고 예외는 아니겠지.
Crash out, Dawn.
하나 비트.
Oh, I missed out on the good slapping.
여기까지 와서
무슨 일
망설일
있었답니까?
생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어.
만만찮겠군.
사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면.
He's supposed to use the encounter, get on his horse, and gets a better
처음부터
requiem.
거래를 하지
Oh, I remember you
말았어야지.
mentioning that, or was it someone else? Someone was mentioning that. Did it happen yet? Nope. Okay, I saw a flash of white.
정해.
This makes him very funny. But it doesn't hide the freaking flashbang.
정하되었네. 정해. 이름으로.
Wow, I think I actually would have one-shot 530
이 정도쯤.
if I had levels.
여기까지 와서
Like, I know they're a big deal, but like,
않았으면 좋겠어.
I would have actually one-shot Ricardo if I had levels.
너희도 세피라도 처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지. 이번에도 잘해줬어. 유익한 책이 또
Crazy.
하나 늘었네. 도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이
Nice.
이놈들 진짜 죽일 듯이 달려들었다고.
본인의 불찰이요.
Wow, taking blame for once. Nice. The light of confidence had completely faded from Don Quixote's face. So did her enthusiastic voice. Yeah, understandable. No, I should have thought this plan through. Well, if we were to find someone to blame, the biggest fault would lie with me, the manager. Maybe I should have turned around the moment I sensed that something was off.
그보다.
With that, Dawn marched towards the now abandoned sleigh.
이게 무슨?
Several mutilated bodies tumbled to the ground as soon as Don Quixote undid the knot tying the sack.
진짜 예상은 했지만 직접 보고 싶지 않았는데.
There were 7 or so people in the sack, but they were all missing a few limbs. They were barely breathing, and some of them had already perished. Never seen their style of clothing before. Looks like we're pretty far from where we were. I've seen similarly worn and torn clothing in the back streets, but the clothing they wore was of materials and styles that I'd not seen before. Blackdoor must have sent us pretty far. Mouse did tell me that each district within the city had different cultures and such, so...
알 바냐? 저것들도 조만간 숨이 끊길 거야. 시계를 돌려줄 수 있는 것도 아니고. 빨리 돌아가기나 하자.
아니, 여기 이 사람은 멀쩡한 것 같네. 이보게, 정신 차리게. 그대가 아까 도움을 요청하던 자인가? 당신들은 누구세요?
Is this Russia? Is that where we are? I don't know why I think Russia. Some Siberian area.
승리의 보람과
Wow,
세상의
everyone got
아름다움에
levels.
대해 들어본 적 있는가? 없어도 전혀 상관없다네. 지금 우리가 보는
Oh, it's the
경치가
entire team this time.
바로
Cannot
그런
deploy.
것일 테니.
I want to use Faust. Get in here, girl. It's been so long since I played her properly.
녹슨 총엔
지정 보호 구역 언제나
어디서 뱀 기어가는 소리
Bruh.
들리지 않아?
I'll play 5, whatever.
이 경로는
Support time? Should I get support?
큰 거래.
Do I need a support for this? Is it that hard?
분들이네요.
I'm down to just use Lord
마을에서
Hong
오신
Lu.
분들은 아닌
But like, do I need a support? I was doing well without using support for a bit. Get a support, Gregor. Bro is starving. The child was dressed in torn and baby clothing. The way from which she looked at us, I could tell she found us rather fascinating. She soon woke up from her momentary shock. The only button you need is the win rate button.
구해주셔서
Just full
감사합니다.
slot. Yeah, I figure.
저는 크레용이고요.
Crayon?
그리고 이빨 태양.
An explosive sponge has conditionals need to fill each turn. The kid pointed at me and backed away in terror.
뭔 뚱딴지 같은 소리야.
I have to
저건
shard
시계
an next spouse,
대가리하고.
right? Like, how do I get an next spouse without pulling? Or do I just have to wait a minute?
시계 대가리? 이빨 태엽은 시계같이 생겼다고 들었는데 하긴 이빨 태엽은 여기보다 저 밑에 있다고 했으니까
We on a mountain?
그렇다면 처음 보는 괴물이네요. 괴물 아닐세. 저분은 우리의 자랑스러운 관리자 나리시니까.
Thanks for the intro, I guess. It's kind of crazy how they just understand all of it, right?
하지만 찌끄거리는 소리밖에 안 들리는데 그건 사정이 있으셔서 아무튼 몸은 괜찮은 겐가? 네. 같이 끌려오신 분들은 아닌 것 같지만
The child looks at the mutilated corpses with a despondent look on her face. Don Quixote casts his sympathetic gaze.
얘들은 모두 같은 마을의 이웃이었다는 것인가?
I'll probably do the MD runs.
네. 하지만 곧 저희 마을에서 사냥꾼을 보내주실 거예요. 그분들이 오신다면 어떻게든 여기서
Hunters? Like from Hunter x Hunter? I wasn't sure exactly what she was talking about, so I was about to ask her what she meant. Yes. The reception hall, storage room, suddenly began to fill with gas of unknown origin. We get both.
이건 또 뭐야?
Oh, the ego and the ID.
입을 막으시오.
An odd plume of gas, its hue red and green, begins to fill the room.
이 용기는 제가 납치될 때랑
Three of them, including Crayon, passed out and slumped to the floor. Yeah, something like this has happened before. When we walked right into a room full of toxic gas, which killed everyone. The new ID in his house? Oh, okay. I don't care about the other ID. Looks like this gas only knocked them out, though. That's a relief, at least. Someone do something! Guess I should consider myself lucky that my clockhead isn't affected by these things. I gotta hide. As soon as I hid myself in the corner, a crowd of gnomes rushed into the same door Dodru came in from. Gas masks, so they used sleeping gas on us.
이건 도도로 실장이었던 것이지 않음?
여기저기 상태 좋은 걸 가져왔다고 자랑을 하고 다니더만 결국 이 꼬라지인 것이오.
That's how my family reacts when I fart.
놈,
Gas mask.
새놈, 수는 맞는 것 같음.
잠가루로 재웠으니 품질은 큰 문제 없을 거다.
자자, 얼른 옮기시오.
No. They picked up Don Quixote, Heathcliff, and Crayon one by one and loaded them onto the sleigh. With that, they left, closing the door behind them. And through it all, I couldn't do anything but watch. Right. Looks like this is my time to shine. I'll rescue the three of them. No way! I should have listened when Ishmael offered to teach me some self-defense. What do I do? This hard truth dawns on me every time we face total annihilation. The truth that, on my own, I am completely useless. If they were with us, I could at least bring them back, but none of the sinners are here with me. What good am I without them? It's a miracle I managed to survive this far.
신기하긴 뭐가 신기해요.
Hey, Ishmael.
정신 차려요.
Great, now I'm hearing things.
환청이 아니에요, 관리자님. 저희가 왔다고요.
갑자기 너네 셋이 사라졌다고 해서 난리도 아니었다고. 오랜만에 심심하진 않았지만.
I bolted up and looked towards the boys. There I saw another door. And from it, the rest of the sinners appeared one by one. Guys.
아이고, 덜 신선한 재료는 또 놓고 왔어. 네,
이 소동에 대한 질문은 나중으로 미루죠, 단테. 우선 전투 명령을.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick before I start this fight. So, BRB, or while the fight begins. Give me 2 minutes. Run ads too. BRB.
너희 보조 사서들은 나와 다를 바 없을 거야. 그 사람의 계획에 한껏 이용당하고 결국 버려진 신세잖아. 나는 살고 싶어. 너희도 마찬가지일 테고. 그러니 협력해줬으면 해. 단 하나의 책을 찾을 수 있도록.
You felt secondhand embarrassment for Dante here? Oh, during the Intervallo? I mean, they were coming from a good place, to be fair. It's hard for me to fault Dante in this scenario, honestly.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네.
I think it obviously ended up being a mistake, but yeah. Did you know Oz is like 50? No, but I'm not that surprised.
난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
What's that voice count 3? Ryoshu, why are you always losing?
도시에서는 누구도
Why is she
자유롭지 못해.
always losing?
저 손님이라고 예외는 아니겠지. 불가의약. 막아내지 못하리.
Oh my god. Sounds lost.
이건 예상 못했나봐.
의도는 모르겠지만 이걸로 공평해졌네. 위험인물 발견.
She needs more cigarettes to win clashes, actually, though. That's how it feels whenever she loses.
무용하군요. 무용하군요.
Losing clashes might be something kind of initial for her. I'm not sure. You know, Ryoshu. I was here earlier, she was losing for no reason for me too. I don't think she had, yeah. I mean, just based on the way Zakara reacted, remember she lost? I feel like she's just rolling low. I doubt she has anything in particular that makes her bad. Or, yeah, bad at winning clashes. Maybe her coin power is just naturally low. But, like,
지금은 인간이 아닌 것이 인간을 죽인 건가?
I feel like she frequently just loses for no reason.
그건 더 많이 봐왔다.
With, like, high SP, she'll just, like, roll super, super low for fun.
이제 깨우치시게.
At least this time is only once.
태어난
boom.
곳으로
Dang! Ow!
최선의 방어를. 새삼스럽지만 꽤 괜찮네. 제법이다.
Ouch.
불만을 해소해준 보람이 있네.
Just assume whenever season 7 is losing classes early, there's probably a reason. I think it's just bad RNG. I figure like I'm supposed to use like evade a few times and then she charges it up, but I don't know.
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이
It's probably just bad RNG because
이렇게 하나씩 알아가다 보면
you can't force your rolls to be high.
모처럼 괜찮은 예술을
Right.
보나 했더니 벌써 목 애를 전부
Maybe you
채우고
can.
방지할 사고도 해야 할 뒤처리도 없나.
Playing these.
돌아가지.
I can play with 5. I'll keep going with
나의
5.
상대는 어디 있는가?
She's got nothing super special and rolls decent. She just loves Dales. Thanks everyone. How'd you find me?
뒷문으로 들어왔소.
버스 내부에서 관리자를 포함한 3명의 신호가 감지되지 않더군요.
그 즉시 수감자 전원을 대동한 수색이 진행되었어.
쉬라고
Oh,
보낸
so an
지
alarm
몇
pops
분이나
up.
됐다고. 이러면 곤란해 단테.
아무리 관리자님이라고 해도 이런 단독 행동은 큰 위험을 초래합니다. 주의해 주십시오.
I'm sorry. So, how'd you guys find us?
나의 추측이었어.
Of course. Nerd.
히스클리프는 시종일관 불안한 상태였지.
Nerd.
전후 상황을 고려하면 T사에 도착하기 전에 준비해야 할 것이 있는 것 같았어.
He's a really good friend. If he knows all this, honestly.
이제 버스 경보가 있던 날
It's kind of crazy.
조금 늦게 뒷문으로 돌아왔어.
That's like actually so attentive to his friends.
나와 파우스트 양에게
Ricardo has a good amount of paralyzed, so
도시에서
it could have been a
흔히 쓰이는
factor.
기호에 대한 설명이 묶인 책을 요구했어.
네, 파우스트가 몇 권 대여해 주었습니다.
돈키호테 양은 내내 내 옆에서 그 책을 읽으며 흥분된 표정으로 책을 뒤적거렸어.
But I would
나의
admit,
컨디션이
okay.
좋지 않아 말을 걸지는
No,
못했어.
no. But she was losing a bunch of stuff on other things, like in the dungeon and stuff. Not just I guess Ricardo.
이상의 일들을 종합하면 돈키호테 양은 버스의 경보에서 뭔가 자신을 혹하게 하는 기호를 찾았고,
문의 위치는 파우스트가 알고 있었기 때문에 결과적으로 이 공간에 도착할 수 있었습니다.
문까지 가는 동안 복도에 있던 존재들과 전투를 치렀다.
그나마 조무래기들이니까 다행이었지.
그런 상황에서 수감자가 사망하기라도 한다면 영구적인 인원 손실을 발생시킬 수도 있습니다. 이해하셨나요? 관리자님이 없는 상황에서 일어나는 전투는 저희에게 지극히 위험합니다.
복도 어딘가에서 시체가 되어 영영 되살아나지 못할 수도 있었다.
관리자님의
Dante.
단독 행동이 얼마나
Poor
큰 위험인지
Dante.
그리고 책임이 얼마나 중한지
Yoshi well?
숙지해 주시면 좋겠군요. 관리자님은 반드시 살아남아야만 합니다. 아시겠습니까?
I've never seen Otis look at me like that. Her gaze was cold and ruthless.
이번엔 운이 좋았던 것입니다, 단테. 애초에 그 기회의 나열은 그런 식으로 때려 맞추듯 해석할 수 있는 것 또한 아니었고요.
I'm really sorry. I don't know what else to say.
이 정도로 해두죠.
I can't diss her because she's absolutely crazy at MD. And
그렇네요.
cute.
돈키호테, 히스클리프 그 두 명은
No
어디로 간
Don
거죠?
Quixote, is that what that was? Oh, that's... I told them exactly how the events transpired.
잘도 살아 있었네. 관리자 양반,
Alright, manager bud. So funny.
나까지 덧붙이기엔 충분히 들었을 거라 생각하고 덧붙이지 않겠어.
How nice of Gregor to not rail us some more
애초에 여긴
about the mistakes.
어디야?
어이, 여기는 도시의 어느 구역이지? 이 추위를 봐서는 북부로라도 온 건가? 아니면
이곳은 도시가 아닙니다.
아니, 그게 무슨 말이야?
단어 그대로 해석하시면 됩니다. 저기 널브러져 있는 노움이라는 지성체들은 외곽에 사는 생명체. 흔히 외곽의 괴물이라고 불리는 존재입니다.
아우, 호수에서 그렇게 질리도록 싸워놓고 또 괴물이야?
They weren't exactly like the whales, though. We could communicate with the gnomes. They were just like people, except smaller.
외곽의 다른 지역과 존재들이라니. 상황만 여유로웠다면 마음 놓고 탐구했겠네요. 그런데 이곳은 전반적으로 노움의 키에 맞춰서 설계된 구조물인 듯하군요.
여기가 외곽이라면 왔던 길로 돌아갈 수 있는 거겠죠?
저희가 들어온 문이 닫히지만 않는다면요.
They have like a cinder block
아직은
keeping the
열려
door
있는
open.
것 같다.
만약에 닫히면요?
뜻밖의 여정이 시작되겠죠. 외곽에서 도시까지 직접 돌아가야 할 테니 기나긴 여정이 되겠죠.
Just walk all the way back. Isn't that a bit dangerous?
여기서 무슨 소리가 자꾸 나옴?
No.
여기 노다지가 걸어다니고 있음. 죄다 도구 챙겨서 튀어라.
The various tools they have is so
이쪽
cute.
뒤로 오시게.
Got me there. The door slammed open, and gnomes began flooding into the room. We prepared ourselves for battle. So funny.
너희 보조사서들은 나와 다를 바 없을 거야.
위험인물 발견.
그 사람의 계획에 한껏 이용당하고 결국 버려진 신세잖아. 나는
최선의
살고
방어를.
싶어. 새삼스럽지만 꽤 괜찮네. 제법이야.
태어난 곳으로 돌아가.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네. 그렇게만 해.
Someone's getting mauled in the corner, huh?
도시에서는 누구도 자유롭지 못해. 저 손님이라고 예외는
사고될
아니겠지.
시간이다.
Probably be checking to see the chances. I think someone's losing back there. Probably Gregor's losing.
속삭.
Okay. Nice dagger.
의도는 모르겠지만 이걸로
그러니까
공평해졌네. 나가지 못하게 재밌네. 난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든. 틈을 끊어.
Since someone's gonna be able to watch Faust jump around. Too busy ego spamming.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어.
완벽한 거리.
Can I end up
사람을
some
죽이고 싶지
pressure?
않았다면 너희도
This who?
세피라도 해도
Yoshu.
처음부터 거리를 하지 말았어야지.
Yoshu lost like another coin flip earlier, and she got like slopped around for a bit. It's like a running trend where she keeps like low rolling early clashes and getting punished super hard for it. Yeah, this Yoshu. It's just coincidence. It's just coincidence. It's just a funny coincidence because it's really noticeable when she loses. Gets popped like a balloon.
대검의 머리가 쪼개지진 않았을 텐데. 대검의 머리가 쪼개지진 않았을 텐데.
깔끔하게 물었고.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어.
완벽한 거리군.
사람을 죽이고 싶지 않았다면 너희도 세피라도 해도 처음부터 거리를 하지 말았어야지.
Oh yeah, I know, but like the thing is that even with like invading, like I mean this is more of an issue with Otis than Yoshu, but like Yoshu will lose those too. Like when I was doing the Kanto 5 dungeon, I'd like have her evade and I'd have her and Otis evade spam,
이번에도
and
잘해줬어.
they would still fail that.
유익한
Like they hit
팁이
min
또
roll
하나
at like
늘었네.
10, 20 SP, while the other guy high rolls at like
도시에는
0
내가 모르는
SP,
것들이
and I
많아.
feel like, what the fuck was
사람이랑 닮은
that?
부분도 있긴 하지만
So it's just variance.
역시 사람은 아니네요. 노움이라는
It's just
건
funny variance.
희한한 말투를 쓰는 것 빼곤 이 정도로 말이 통하는 괴물. 아니, 괴물이라고 말하는 게 맞을까요?
20 SP is not good. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's not guaranteed, obviously, but it's still like low rolling 20
괴물이라고
SP.
말할 테고, 누군가는 다른 종족이라고 하겠죠.
I appreciate your analyses, but we should probably get moving. We still don't know where Heathcliff and Don Quixote are.
역시 오늘도 맞는 말씀만을 하시는군요, 관리자님.
Wow, already back to glazing. Thank you, Otis.
외곽은 평소 우리의 작전을 진행하는 곳보다 위험도가 높다. 관리자의 신변을 보호하기 위해서는 좀 더 체계적인 계획을.
Boom.
뭐 제일 쉬운 방법은 그 둘을 버리고 가는 거긴 하지만 그게 최선은 아니니까요.
Ishmael kicked open a door the gnomes rushed in from.
가요. 관리자님도 지키고 그 둘도 구하면 되잖아요.
Alright, let's go on a brief tangent. I forgot that the GBF dailies reset.
모처럼 괜찮은 예술을 보나 했더니 벌써 목, 애를 전부 채웠군. 방지할 사고도 해야 할 뒤처리도 없나.
Gamma time.
돌아가지.
Are you ready for more brain dead statistics next week? In this game? Or in GBF? Because the answer is always yes if they're characters I like. In Limbus? I thought, oh, are they supposed to even more characters next week? I mean, I already got Faust, so, or Faust already got dropped once, so, you know. I'm pretty happy. Wow. I mean, I need that. It's not too bad. Is Faust a Hong Lu? I mean, Faust already came out, right? Oh, she's dropping next week. Yeah, I mean, I'm yeah, it's a Faust ID. I mean, brain dead stats, like, whatever. It's just Faust. I don't care either way. Faust is Faust. Bleed charge. I don't know what charge does. I know it's like its own archetype in this game. I have no idea what it does. Don't hit 100. Oh, okay, nice. I want to hit 100 something better than this banner. I still want to pull, but I already have 2 Hong Lus. That's fair. 20 pulls not bad. Also, I need to hit like a bunch of 10 pulls before the roulette goes away. I got kind of too lucky with the roulettes. I don't get it on Spark. Static is disrespectful. A lot of Season 7 IDs have been cool. I think Ando's a bit of a bet, so I figure more of a jaded perspective. Alright, I fucking missed. This game fucking sucks. Alright. Charge number go up, spend number. Does nothing other than go up and get spent. Up and down, yippee. Probably better than Malphas if you don't use her S32 every turn. I don't know if you do or not. I definitely do not. In fact, in the last dungeon, all Faust did was spam ego. Like, that's literally all she did. So, yeah. I'm assuming that this new version is probably better for me. And she also looks cool. I like her visually, so I don't mind. As long as it's Faust, it don't matter. I do like the Season 7 IDs, but I know Miani wants to progress and doesn't really care about the mechanics. Yeah, pretty much. If I cared, like if I was like pushing MD and stuff, I probably... Was that ego a certain sack?
나는 살고 싶어.
Ego?
너희도 마찬가지일 테고. 그러니 협력해줬으면
I wasn't paying attention.
단 하나의 책을 찾을 수 있도록.
파고들 시간이다. 잔.
I think Faust is lost.
의도는 모르겠지만.
Okay, I don't have any. I only have base egos. I only have base egos. Capture them alive. What was that? Why did Yoshi just steal the camera?
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네.
Just zooming gun. Ow. Yeah, I don't have any egos at all. Never pulled. Oh no, wait. I have a Rhodia's ego. Forgot. Yeah, I have Rhodia's ego.
도시에서는 누구도 자유롭지
I think the really good one too.
저 손님이라고 제외는 아니겠지.
I think the super pog bleed Rhodia ego. But I don't have any good Rhodia. Do I have a good Rhodia actually?
난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
I mean, I don't have a bleed team, nor do I care about bleed until maybe I play the Faust gimmick. But I would like level up everyone else, like level up an entire bleed setup at the very minimum. At least someone that benefits off of it.
속삭.
They're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me.
뻔하지.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어.
Charge teams are usually perfect stat 6 because they just use S1, S2, S3 and do 1 billion damage.
거리를 하지 말았어야지.
Yu Hong Lu seem to have assist, attack, defense, and even unstagger and death. What the fuck? He's doing perfect stat 6? Bro. That seems beyond stat 6. That just seems like raw power creep. Like mechanic creep, I guess. It's probably a better way to put it.
새삼스럽지만 꽤 괜찮네.
Like,
제법이야.
would you call like a Swiss Army knife power creep?
잔왜.
Or a stat stick? It's an upgrade to the current bleed ideas for Faust and Hong Lu. So Lord Hong Lu, they did it. It was so cool they did it again. Okay, like actual question. Do you think it's a stat stick to be a Swiss Army knife?
살고자 하는 모든 것들과 함께.
The only bad thing about the Hong Lu ID design is not bald, as opposed to what other bald Hong Lu ID. Kinda.
최선의 방어를.
Like I don't think you're wrong.
이번에도 잘해줬어.
He's based off a bald person. Oh, I see. That's really funny. Power creep is definitely a thing, but cool IDs have new ideas are cool with playing.
내가 모르는 것들이
Make him put a bald cap
이렇게
on him.
하나씩 알아가다 보면 언젠간
모처럼
Yeah, the
괜찮은 예술을 보냈더니 벌써 목 애를 전부 채웠군. 방지할 사고도
So let me see what she
해야
has.
할 뒤처리도 없나.
Our payments were good.
이 경로는 숨어들기 나쁘지 않군.
It's like when Edo Mashu uses force skills in a turn, even if you just win, right? Yeah. So like, I don't disagree about
내 편에 설 수밖에 없어.
like I inherently do not disagree with the take that being super versatile is the equivalent of stat sticking, right? But to me, stat sticking, at least in my very rudimentary knowledge of this game, like my extremely rudimentary knowledge of this game, personally, stat sticking is if like I can win rate no matter what. Right, like the coin power and flash power is permanently giga high, and it does super damage, right? So like, that's what actual stat sticking is to me, as opposed to like having 15 different utilities that pop up over and over and over and over and over again. I guess Fyoshu is a closer example of like being a Swiss Army knife and a stat stick because she's simply applying a million debuffs and attacking multiple times at once. Like that I agree with. But when you say like assist attack, assist defense, unstaggered death resist, the latter two are like, it's obviously still like power creep, but those don't feel like stat sticks to me. Those just feels like obscene utility. It's like giving a champion like plus 500% move speed in League of Legends. And like, well, 500% is a bit of an exaggeration, but it's like mainly you like severe utility that you're getting. That makes sense.
살고자 하는 모든 것들과 함께.
I imagine bleed applications will suck. But a Rosette desire exists? Who cares? As a baseline, average coin power and skill rolls increase every season, and you get unbreakable coins and feed and opposed tax, and it ends up being win rate till you win. Sounds about right. Yeah, like again, like I understand that coin power goes higher and higher and higher. So like that's like stat stick power creep, right? But it's just to me, like again, I just assume that stat stick is that and not necessarily like getting a million effects. And if it's a million damaging effects or a million effects that like just help you win harder, then yeah, that is still stat sticking. But if it's like utility, like guarding for an ally, preventing them from dying, like assist attack. I agree, assist attack is stat stick power creep. But like assist defense and death resist and like unstaggering, that just feels like that seems like utility bloat as opposed to stat stick. In case like Index D song, they give him a single strongest skill in the game. Only turn requires understanding is the first, because just the stack the just start snowballing. I know what you mean. Yeah, I tried it once for the Walpurgis event clears, and I was like, damn, that's sick. The most interesting thing you can make in Limits combat is by using weaker IDs, because new IDs can just steamroll content with higher damage clashing. Yeah, look at speed ranges of Season 1 IDs compared to recent IDs as well. Yeah. The power creep is pretty disgusting in this game. I like as much as this game is praised for like the gacha system, and it does deserve praise, because like the power creep matters way less because you can continue to access the like you just continue to access the newer like the power creep very easily. The power creep only matters if you couldn't access the power creep. So like if Limbus was more like Genshin or Hoyo or Wuwa or Enfield or like those systems, then people would probably bitch about how like I think this game's power creep would like be the worst power creep just based on what I've seen. The power creep in Limbus isn't that bad in Limbus compared to some other gachas. I don't know if I agree with that. Like the power creep seems really, really bad. Because I'm having like a really easy time. Like all of my challenges with this game are literally self-imposed. Because I have like all the shiniest units, and the only reason why I struggle is because I purposely underlevel. And even when I underlevel, I still have a way easier time than some of my friends that have been proper level with weaker units. On turn 1, you use this glowing skill to hit the glowing enemy, then its pretty swift changes, and you just win rate. It's easier to acquire IDs, so power creep isn't not as apparent. Yeah. I mean, it's still pretty apparent, but it's not as impactful, is the best way to put it. It's like, if you can access the newest model of, like, some explosive, then you don't care about the fact that the older explosives are all obsolete, because you're just, like, even free-to-play can have access to it. So it's like, yeah. There's also units like Pinky Sinclair and BL Sinclair, where it's literally just a numbers diff. Yeah, the power creep in this game is really, really bad. I think it's like, it's very, very noticeable. It's pretty rough for general player-based understanding. Yeah. Might be a hot take, but if Limbus didn't have ID dispense, I feel like Limbus would have died day one. Honestly, yeah. I think like if you couldn't get access, like if you had to like spark every, like if you had to like save and you had to rely on rolls, then yeah. Power creep is here, but they're playing strong IDs from earlier seasons. Spice Push is season 2 and he's still meta for sinking. Then you have Blade Mentor, Mersault, Wild Hunt. Yeah, I mean, the essence of power creep is always gonna be that it's like it's obvious that the new units are way stronger, right? Like Index D songs, soloing everything. Hot version, or I guess Hot Mersault's kind of a redundant term, but that like one Mersault ID you had to use to like solo something like solo hard mode, like it's like yeah, sure, full teams still equal the power of singular modern IDs, but yeah. I watched Kai one turn the final phase of Ahab because he hit the Pharaoh's win button. So funny. Yalton's pinging me. Get on. I'm streaming. Streaming Olympus. No play SDS. It's funny because Index is even good because Bleed and Rupture as a status is better than anything you can do for speedrunning purposes. Must be this. Mountain wants the Prague SSD so bad. Yeah. A lot of new IDs have ramp, and if ID has ramp, it's dead on arrival. Yeah, I guess for like the super optimal aspect, it's like irrelevant. And I guess if you're always talking about relevant content, which is, I assume, speedrunning Mirror Dungeon to like save your time. Like, it's essentially like zero cycle in HSR, from what I remember, where people like basically said that if your character can't zero cycle, it's dead on arrival. Even though, like, technically, zero cycling is kind of irrelevant for most players, but it's still like, yeah. If it's not able to do that, then people call it bad. He takes the slot of the Singing Messiah. They just better run up your win rating. You ever watch Esku? I think you'd find his opinions on interesting. Esku. Never heard of this. Maybe I have heard of this guy. The real Esku. Why did he stop uploading so suddenly? 1 month ago. Esku has some bad opinions. I mean, most people have bad opinions. You can only win rate. You can also only win rate trash stages, just pure for fun. Limbus is like that, but then they say everyone that's not the new strongest is considered potential X. Yeah, I mean, it's just gacha talk, right? Like, again, mostly speaking on like barely following HSR, like, because HSR Twitter and HSR YouTube is like all about zero cycling, which is like fine if you're actually zero cycling, but like if you're just like a casual, like the way I play HSR and the way I play Limbus are the exact same. I just do story and then maybe I do dailies and that's it. So it's like really irrelevant to me. So like to me, power creep is like, oh, but if it stomps the story, then it's like power creep enough. But also like knowing that I have played games like CZN, like other like more competitive gachas slightly more sweatily, it's like I get the point of like saying like this actually isn't power creep because it doesn't enable a better comp than what already exists. I simply ignore the men and have fun with my toys. Yeah, that's the way, and it's actually viable Nimbus. Yeah, that's probably what people don't mind. I mean, it's true in a lot of gachas, to be fair. Like, Limbus doesn't have PvP, and even in PvP, like, I think in a lot of games people overblow the PvP aspect. But, it's just like, I think when it comes down to it, like, a lot of people can't separate meta viability with, like, their personal fun. I mean, even I can't do that. Like, if I didn't have, like, Fluid Stack, like, let's say there's a world where I missed Malfost and I had to use her base ID and I didn't have Fluid Stack, I probably would have not enjoyed the game nearly as much because I didn't have the meta viable unit. Like, I could have had fun with base Faust probably, but yeah. If you aren't low turning Refraction Railway, is that the name? You're basically playing with toys. Yeah, and I agree it's totally fine to play with toys. I think there's like an entire, not unexplored to be fair, because Genshin is, like the entire Genshin community is this, but there's like a, like, I think, I guess also there's a lot of content creators that are casual, but there's a very clear divide between like very casual gameplay and very sweaty gameplay. Like the in-between is non-existent for the most part. There's no reason a low turn refractory railway outside fun anymore, so Limbus is hyper casual at the end of the day. Yeah. That's why I feel like when you talk about power creep for this game, it's like how much more hyper casual is the content. As far as Kenzo's concerned, I don't think it matters as much. You don't. No, yeah. Again, the reason why like the conversation about power creep for me is mainly how much more casual it is, if that makes sense. It's not necessarily whether or not they're truly that powerful for optimized endgame content. It's more about like how much easier is it for me to progress through the cantos because I have this unit. And so since Limbus is such a casual game, it kind of feels like that you can just like speak as if that's the only like power creep that matters in the end. Like that's why like when Ando talks about that one streamer that he watched, Kaya one turning the power phase of Ahab, it's like that is like for Limbus like sake, that is like the most relevant power creep. Is like, oh, we watch a new player play the game and they one-shot because they're the newest unit. It's like, okay, great. Even if it's not good for low, like min-turning RR, even if it's not good for speedrunning MD, that's like the most people care, realistically, I think. Because you can probably like full auto or full win rate MD with like even the bad, or like even with the lesser fast units, but yeah. You don't get it. That's what the little banner does. That's your turn count. So funny.
공장 가꾸려.
Yeah, I'm curious about the SQ guy. What his takes are.
아, 이런 식으로 선물 자체를 만들어내는 공장도 있었나 보군요.
MD is made to be win rate, even
크리스마스
MD 50.
정식도
Yeah.
한가득이네요.
It's just a matter of like how efficient your win
아직
rate is,
크리스마스
right?
때까지는 시간이 좀 남았는데.
Basically an idle game, yeah. It's an idle game with no competition, like no competitive aspect. Like AFK Arena is also an idle game, or AFK Journey, whichever one had the GVG system. But like that was sweaty because you had to freaking play GVG. But this one has no PvP, no ranking, no PvP, no leaderboard, no nothing. So it's like literally relevant. But yeah, Sinclair's traumatized.
괴물끼리 크리스마스 선물이라도 나누는 걸까요?
The hard fights in Kanto still can't really be win rated unless you get lucky. Yeah.
도시 어딘가의 날개에서
Like you have to like very
물건이
intentionally
있는 공장에
cheese the
한쪽을
Kantos.
맡겼을 가능성도
Like even if you cheese the Kantos, it's still very intentional. As far as I can tell. Monsters exchange gifts with each other. No chance. Yeah, I can see that. Most of the IDs have to be pilot even user kits. Non-zero chance of that being a case. Funny.
세피라들도 결국 내 편에 설 수밖에 없을 거야. 나도 그들
자,
모두
어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
This is the type of song I listen to for hours.
새삼스럽지만 또 괜찮네. 제법이야. 도시에서는 누구도 자유롭지 못해. 저 손님이라고 예외는 아니겠지.
Why does this go from neutral to struggling? Oh, wait, what? Oh, it scales with the number of... Wait, what? Wait, what? Why does... Get it.
위험인물 발견. 제 앞에
Resonance dip. So it does scale with the number of colors. I thought it was only the first two. I didn't realize it was all the ones combined. Makes sense.
재밌네. 난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
Something really funny about talking about how bad the game's with power crafts.
대검 방어. 여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면
Struggling.
좋겠어.
Yeah,
사람을
surely they'll be staggered.
너희도 세피라든
Wait, he just won.
거래를 하지 말았어야지.
Wait, bro just won. Maybe that's he's really high. I was not paying attention.
태어난 곳으로
Maybe.
돌아가.
Maybe exclamation mark.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네. 그렇게만 해.
I watched another content creator who was way more casual than you, and that was the first mechanic he understood. I thought it capped out at 2. To be fair, it's been, I played Kanto 1 off stream, and I like barely paid attention to how it works. Like way back then.
사고될 시간이.
All I knew is that the like match color equals gutter. I just didn't realize that it went higher and higher. So funny to see people discover games from different ends. That is, yeah. That is kind of silly. Wow, you only just realized that? I knew about that 3 days ago, or like 2 years ago, and I didn't know what I was doing half the time. Oopsies.
태어난 곳으로 돌아가라.
I feel like I've killed this Dodoron guy a lot. Like his like brothers and sisters just keep spawning in. Why they even mourn his loss? Or is it Cherry? No, this is just him, isn't it? Oh wait. Okay, so alive.
의도는 모르겠지만 이걸로
Manager
공평해졌네.
gnome. How many manager gnomes are there?
완벽한 거리.
Director already addressed power creep and said it's kind of bound to happen because we keep fighting strong and strong enemies and getting IDs. Despite that, we don't really have something overwhelming busted. Like old Talisman Rupture, since it got nerfed after years of down in
이번에도
the game.
잘해줬어.
Switch is a bit
유익한
slower.
책이 또 하나 늘었네.
I think
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많.
I don't know. After spending some time battling gnomes and trashing the gift factory, we soon realized that the gifts the conveyor belts were moving weren't your average gifts.
저건 발인가?
Is that a foot?
발이 그려져 있는
Crazy.
표지판은 왜 저기에 붙어
I
있는
feel like it's been
거야?
pretty slow after the Malfaust incident.
이쪽은 눈알이 그려져 있어.
The incident.
이 선물들의 성분은 통상적인 그물체를
While we're getting
구성하는
a lot of
재료들이
IDs,
아닌
kneecaps out
것으로
of the game.
추측됩니다. 형태는 곰인형, 크레파스, 장난감 기차 따위지만
Crayon! Just to get
단백질과
girl
인의
rescued.
함유율이 유독 높습니다.
Protein and phosphorus.
꼬마 전구나 장식 소품들은 그렇지 않은 걸 보아 이건 도시의 쓰레기들을 주워 걸어둔 것 같네요.
뻔하지. 사선.
사람으로 만든 선물.
뭐든지 사람을
Reverse,
갖고 해결하는 건 외곽이나
Reverse
도시나
Christmas.
똑같네.
Kind of crazy.
중요한 건 누구를 위한 선물인가겠지만요.
누가 이런 걸 받고 싶어 하겠어요.
Got better this Kanto? Give higher numbers, reach Malfaust
모르지.
faster.
부자 놈들은 은근히 이런 변태 같은 취향을 가진 놈들이 있기 마련이거든.
Oh, got some stinker.
그런데 말이죠.
Dude,
사람으로
Grand Blue
선물을
Fantasy gets
만드는
so many
거라면
stinkers.
히스클리프 씨와
They get so
동교티
many
씨도
stinkers in this game.
선물이 되는 건가요?
I do recall them saying something about locally produced materials.
한시가 급하겠구려.
Poor Greg.
선물이 미리 되지 않았다는 가정에서 그들이 있을 확률이 제일 높은 곳을 알 수 있다.
After a long silence, Mersault spoke up. He pointed in a direction.
저곳에 선물 제작소라는 간판이 붙어 있다.
Placard says gift assembly. Huh. Think about Ishmael, Spider Ishmael, and Sea Gregors that they're good in the context of your team.
오늘
So,
부끄럽지 않았습니다.
I have to ask. So, would you rather?
세우는 데 일조하였으니 내일은 더 떳떳이 살아갈 수 있겠군요.
I'm curious as to your opinion when it comes to like. So like, obviously I haven't played the newest Kantos, right? But if the power creep, like if the new Kantos were genuinely difficult, then naturally they have to have like I'm assuming you want power creep to slow down because you want the game to still be difficult, like in the end, right? So knowing that like the director said, like every Kanto naturally evolves stronger and stronger and stronger units. So like knowing that, I'm assuming, and at least like you want the game to remain difficult to play through, just like to maintain that like high skill-ish game. So would you rather that they plateau the power creep completely at the risk of having all future Kantos be relatively easy because the units have already started out too strong? Or would you rather, like, assume, like, we had to start from here, right? You don't care about the difficulty? Oh, okay. Then what's the problem with power creep, then? I thought it was, like, about difficulty, but what's the problem about power creep for you? Like, why is it bad that the game... Like, why should they slow power creep? You just don't like my favorite units are falling behind. Oh, okay. That's totally valid, then. But is it, like... But what are they falling behind in? Because are you not able to use these favorite units anymore when playing Kantos? Or is it, like... even RR is starting to be too difficult for you? Because when people complain about power creep, to me, it's either like they want the game to still be hard, or the units are no longer able to clear certain content in satisfactory ways. So when you're saying they're falling behind, is it like they literally cannot beat RR and MD in a satisfactory number of turns? Or is it that like you can't clear it, period? Or is it like too difficult to clear with them because you have to play too properly and you're annoyed that you have to play super properly while people that are abusing the power crept new units are just like pressing win rate? I'm just curious to know like your opinion on like why it's bad. Because obviously I also dislike power creep because I like same idea as you. Like if my favorite unit got super power crept, I'd probably also leave. But with at least Limbus, like my favorite unit isn't limited to like a variant, right? Like obviously for me, like any Faust is gonna be good for me. Like as long as there's one good Faust, then I don't give a shit. But like I'm assuming in your case, you're like, oh, like I can't use the one who grips anymore because she's been power crept. Like fuck this game. That's assuming like the vibe you're taking, but yeah. For what's worth, you can now skin your favorites and put them on other IDs. Oh. Real. But I guess at that point, it's like, at that point, isn't it also kind of like like the archetype? Maybe you have a preferred archetype then? It's like trying to run Encore Inquisitors and losing every clash because the enemies have base 12 and skill 1. Any tough nut. Tough nut. There's a tough nut. Bruh, extra space. What was tough nut again? Water. Did I ever make a... I did not. Yeah. I guess I'm going the shitty Yogi loop. I need a... Dude, all my Earth teams are so horrific. Dear God. I prefer this team over. Give me a second. I'm getting distracted by Grand Blue Fantasy real quick. One, two, three. Oh shit, I can't use this team anymore actually. Okay, the team actually is cooked, no matter what I do. One, two, three. Okay, I'm gonna be what do I want? Give me Xiao and purple tier ID, please. Whatever that means. It was made because Director had to skip some more progress IDs that he wanted to make but couldn't because he crept too far. Damn. Oh, the skin design. Oh, skins are designed specifically because of the power grid discussion. I see. Interesting. I love them. There are also some gimmicks that are only properly interacted with by certain old teams and factions, like nails, right? Yeah, I feel like power creep in this game is kind of interesting because in the end, it's all about like your favorites and other things, and not necessarily like how it. Yeah, it's your favorites, like your favorite concepts more than anything. For whom the Knowles pack? You used to only go to upside 3, huh?
나의 상대는
See with the skins, you never get the effect, so it actually ends up looking lame. Made upside 4 to bring up old IDs. Oh.
세피라들도 결국 내 편에 설 수밖에.
Isn't that like kind of like ruined by the fact that
위험인물 발견 모두 제압할게. 빛의 눈이 멀어버릴 뻔해.
that like all units get upside 4?
공포에 사로잡혀 바닥을 기는 모습은
They have no intention to make upside 5 outside full egos. That's sad. I feel like
재밌네.
I mean, they probably need to make up type 5, no, if they want to make old units still playable. Like very old units.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어.
Just too much work.
사람을 죽이고
They just make
싶지
new units that
않았다면
fill the same niche.
너희도
Yeah, that's
싹이라도
fair.
처음부터 거래를 하지 말았어야지.
Yeah, from the I guess it did end up being the
그렇게만 해.
I can't play like a aesthetic I like anymore. In that case, yeah. I do think that there is a question of, is it really that doomed? Like, you did say the example of, like, you can't even clash because everyone has base 12 for no reason, so they are actually reaching the point where you're being walled out of certain content because you simply do not have enough, you have enough shit to play. Or, like, the base level is just too low because your coins are too trash for clashing and all that. That does suck. No problem, boss. I'll try and have a better team for the next time so it goes a little faster. I don't think I'll be able to make one though. I don't have enough axes and earth to play Beyond Lancer. It's also like if we don't get 2-star IDs anymore, Director said the exact same resources go into making 2-star as it is 3-star, so why not make 3s? Yeah. I mean, it's like a, funnily enough, like a very... Is Director KJH? I think the only person I know that refers to KJH as Director. Okay, yeah.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은
Is there a particular reason why you call him Director instead of just
사람을
KJH?
죽이고 싶지 않았다면 너희도
Because you said Director, I thought it was like another
거래를
person.
하지 말았어야지.
But yeah. But yeah, it's like, that's obviously why we don't get much SRs or Rs in any other gacha game. Like, people complain and bitch all the time, but it's like very, like, I think unironically, like Fire Emblem Heroes and Fate Grand Order, I think those are probably like the only 2 games that I know that like consistently and constantly produce like like really like new low rarity units just for the love of the game.
이번에도 잘해줬어.
Although even FGO I think has slowed down a lot on it, and FEH is about to die. So yeah.
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Like Madoka Exodra did the same thing where you can clear teams with like super rares and get more gems for it. Director's more generic in case of point across. KJH could potentially keep suing someone. Yeah, that's fair. I totally get that because I was confused by KJH like the first 15 times people said it, and then I think someone else said like Kim something, like whatever the last name is, and I was like, who the fuck? And after like I saw it again, I was like, oh, it's KJH. That must be the main dude. I think ironically it confused me because I'm used to seeing KJH nowadays because everyone says KJH. Oh. I put Gregor instead of Otis for Chase. KJH, do you have more lunacy, please? I can let my Shi-Don stand back my team as I want as I play Limbus, but it just feels bad. Yeah, I get it, but I do feel like the issue you have is unfortunately like a very, very classic gacha issue. And unfortunately, I do wish that gachas were better. Like Reverse 1999 has it with Euphorias. Grand Order has it with interludes and like strengthening quests. So maybe there is a small chance that like this game has their own version where they like, or they find like a separate mechanic, or just like bite the bullet and do Uptype 5. Like I don't understand why you wouldn't do Uptype 5 in my opinion for this game, for like old units. Like it genuinely makes no sense. It's an every game issue? Yeah, he's Uptype 1, brother. You're saying it to his dad. Huh? What are you talking about? You're still getting reversed. Yeah, it's literally like every game has that problem. I say gacha because, yeah, gachas are gachas. It's just like how the game addresses those problems. And I think gachas are more salient of like a topic because is like especially obvious in gachas because they're live service and because they keep going. Like in like games like, I don't know, I've never played 2K, I've never played like those sports games, but I figure even in sports games, like you eventually hit a point where like there's no point in using older units because they all exist. But it's like the egregiousness of the power creep is less obvious because you know what you're working with in 2K, as opposed to gachas where it's like your release broken units in 2K would eventually be power crept by like the year 1 anniversary unit. So that's why I take gachas more. Like you're right. That every game has this problem, but gachas especially have it way worse because of the live service access. Whatever the word is. They literally make the units meta 50% of the time. Yeah, but eventually they still get power crept and they try and like rebuff it with the euphorias. I cannot stand such an inhumane act. Sends in a bunch of level 1 units with Bell Bullet Yisang. It's like card games. Some sets we get strong cards, other sets we get tons of side grades, and maybe one card is really strong and shifts the meta. Yeah. And you can no longer play like, I heard that like birds in Yu-Gi-Oh! I kept getting like a lot of shorts about birds in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it kind of feels like that, where it's like the like an archetype that you once enjoy is no longer good, and you really can't do anything but fall over and die, or like flop over. Why is Levitating so stingy with its drops? You give me a full M3 sword. Welcome to variance. That's actually crazy though. If you do 100 clears, you get 1 copy of Leviathan. You never played Yu-Gi-Oh, but the bird guy is very funny. Yeah. There's a lot of funny things in Yu-Gi-Oh. Ghost Trick enjoys in the game, or enjoys in the grave since the archetype released. Yeah. Yeah, and what you talk about sucks. I see where you're coming from, like, completely, though. But I feel like, unfortunately, you're never winning unless you're playing Reverse 999. Some guy named Egyptian Anime has never played Yu-Gi-Oh! I thought that exact same thing. Egyptian Anime never played Yu-Gi-Oh! But to be fair, the Egyptian theme for Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, explodes by the time you leave Yugi. Like, I don't think the Millennium anything is relevant after Yugi and Yami like step away from being front and center. Sorry, Yugi, I'm going to high school now.
즐거운 일이 벌어지고 있다는 뜻이다.
비명 소리가 들리는데 웃을 일이냐고요?
익숙한 높낮이다. 이 정도의 데시벨은 돈키호테의 고함 소리와 일치한다.
Don Quixote, wow, he knows.
잠깐, 아직 전투 구역의 위험 정도가 파악되지 않았다. 저 안은 폐쇄적인 공간인 것 같으니.
그대
Apply Karibo to the problem? Real.
있었다면
I like the pendulum
이런
guy.
소리를 할 것 같소.
I forgot who he was.
뭐지?
I think I know. Wow, Dante. Look at them cosplay.
제법 웃기네요.
Ishmael soon blasted the door open. This girl needs to stop kicking doors down. Has she ever heard of knocking? Damn, girl.
여긴 대체 뭐야? 나 왜 묶여 있는 건데?
Oh, they're so cute. Look at them harvesting organs.
아무래도
Quite screwed.
피시, 우리는 저기저
So
프레스
funny.
기계 속에서
So funny.
장난감이 되어버릴 운명인 것이오. 본인은 저 오뚜기 인형이 되어버리는 것 같네.
Roly poly toy. How'd she know that? How'd she know it's roly poly specifically?
그만하고 이것 좀 어떻게 풀어봐.
Ignore this.
히스클리프군.
Through doors.
본인이 비록 붉은 주머니 코스프레 복장을 얻고 싶었던 마음이 아주 조금은 있었어.
This voice actress has way too much fun.
자네의 멋진 옷을 구해주려고 했던 것 또한 내 진심이었네.
Her crying.
새끼, 내가 그럴 줄 알았어. 너 이따가
그래도 자네는 멋진 회중.
How can she tell what you're becoming? How does she know?
여기까지 와서 또 시계야.
저는 색연필이 되나봐요.
Freya.
색도 24가지나 있대요.
What a lazy name. They're like, We're gonna make a joke about crayon boxes.
근데 조금 귀가 아픈 것 같음. 귀에서 피 나는지 봐줄 수
머리
있어?
브르르. 머리
저렇게 악을 쓰는
게임.
인간들로 만들어진 선물이어야 받는 놈들이 좋아 죽지
Performs
않겠어?
everything to me. Lord Honglu Otis is also his Lord voice. Honglu Otis? I don't know what that means.
히스클리프 씨, 동키호테 씨. 다행이다. 아직 선물이 되지 않으셨네요.
I feel like Sinclair would have been the first person to whistle,
꽤 코지한
not
분위기.
whistle, to react to all the corpses that they're processing.
어떻게?
We're here for you, Heathcliff. Sorry, also, side note, is this the same whistle she does for, No, it's
꽤
slightly lower.
코지한 분위기군.
Yeah, this is slightly lower than the whistle she does for the, what the fuck it's called?
시계 대가리.
The newest, Ryoshu.
젠장이 이렇게 반가울 줄이야.
Looks like we got here in the nick of time. Heathcliff was about to get shoved into the gift-making hydraulic machine press. That's really funny. And,
내 밧줄을
can't assume the guy who was tricked by
이리
whistling fanatic would
내려오시게.
whistle. It's just not right.
어,
Okay,
내가
but he
말하기에
wasn't tricked.
이런 말은 잘 안 하는 성격인데.
He did it
시계가
willingly.
되지 않게 해줘서
He even got like hella into the idea of doing something evil.
지키지 못하고
He wasn't
보루된
tricked.
소리라니.
He just had a change of heart, and he got punished for it.
취소할란다.
자, 빨리 정신 차려요. 관리자님, 이제 어떻게 하실 거죠?
I don't think Sinclair. I don't like. I feel bad for Sinclair, but I do not give him the right to be like, oh yeah, he was baited into. Dawn, as your lawyer, I'm having a hard time. You blonde bitches are all the same to me.
너희
No,
보조사사들은
they're
나와 다를 바 없어.
like when I first was like
그 사람의
consuming
계획에
Libby's
한껏
content through
이용당하고
Helly
결국
streams,
버려진 신세잖아.
I genuinely didn't know the
나는
difference between
살고
Sinclair
싶어.
and
위험이
Dawn.
많은데 너희도 마찬가지야.
Because I like glance at her stream and I'd see like a short-haired blonde person,
단 하나의 책을
and then I'd like look away like after like half a second, and it didn't have like the voice lines on. I literally thought Sinclair and Dawn was the exact same character. Plead the fifth, plead the fifth.
도시에선 저런 형태로 사람을 강화하기도 하나 봐.
사고될 시간이다. 잔무에.
Like in the end, I do obviously feel bad. Like I think Cromer obviously went significantly overboard with murdering his entire family. But like his initial bit of trauma is like, yeah, like that's on you, buddy boy. Like
당신
that's your fault. Ouch.
재밌네.
You're sounding a little too woke for me.
좀더 어설플 거라고 생각했거든.
I'm too woke. I'm too woke.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을 죽이고 싶지
Maybe a little. Yeah, maybe a slight overreaction.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네. 그렇게만 해.
최선의 방어를.
Hey, 69. There's a really good chance that like Cromer would have killed his entire family anyways. Ow, my eyes! I forgot that I put this guy on the team. Ow. That hurt. 100 clears achieved. Still pissed I didn't get a natural drop. Oh, you were doing 100 clears. Fuck you, Mr. Flakes.
태어난 곳으로 돌아가라.
Yeah, Fox. I also like hit really early on Yiggy swords. I think Omega I was literally farming like through Guild Wars after like hosting it for like 4 months straight. Yeah, I also struggled a lot on Levy sword. Like the daggers took so long. Fuck those daggers. Oh my god. Like I was using the Wami umbrella or Wami this setup like deep in the Guild Wars because I couldn't get the freaking daggers. Yeah, it was bad. I mean that's been not a problem for like the last year and a half or a year and like 2 months now, but it was pretty nasty for a while.
정도
Yeah,
시행착오는 가고 있어.
What a jobber. We're going into your freaking Kanto and you're still a little newbie noob.
그렇다고
on, bro.
무작정 맞으려는 말은 아니었는데.
I saw the farm Wami as well. Yeah, the Wami farm was probably equally important for you. Is what it is.
이 정도쯤이야?
How many umbrellas do you get from Zero Cart?
이번에도 잘해줬어. 유익한 책이 또 하나 늘었네. 도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이 많아.
After we defeated the horde of gnomes, Don Quixote and Heathcliff fell to their knees before everyone. I also knelt down, feeling I should be down there as well with them, but Otis tightly pulled me to the side. Executive manager. I feel bad for those two.
준비되었어. 시작하시오.
Don Quixote has actually gone through a lot of character development, I feel like.
내 놈들. 도대체 어떻게 해야 그딴 정신머리가 생겨날 수 있는 거지? 관리자님께서 너희로 인해 얼마나 많은 걱정을 했고 위험을 감수했는지 알기는 하나.
사실은 시계 대가리도 그렇게 하자고.
시끄럽다. 관리자님의 이름을 그런 식으로 부르지 마라. 버릇없는 것.
True, actually. We're reaching new character heights.
어머니에게 혼날 때와 흡사한 광경이
Former Saul, damn. No wonder he's so muted. Otis not seem to slow down at all with their stern scoldings. That's so funny. And the pair fell completely silent, their heads hung low. I decided to wander away from this scene. This guilty conscience was too much for me to bear. Is Crayon doing okay? Is Crayon distorting?
네,
Oh.
과도한 정신적 충격으로 잠시 기절했을 뿐이었습니다.
Psychological shock from what? She didn't even make it into the
어쩌다
Crayon box.
이런 곳에 끌려온 것이요.
사람인 거죠? 여기는 정말 외곽인 거고.
Crayon initially appeared somewhat taken aback from the deluge of questions, but she soon began to open up. I love distorting.
역시
Me too.
여러분은 도시의 사람들이시군요.
No.
저는 외곽 북쪽에 있는 마을, 구름마을 사람이에요.
왜 거기는 저런 노움 같은 괴물들이 많은 건가? 사람 말도 막 하고?
Why are you stuttering like that, Gregor? You're a grown-ass man,
노움만 있는 건
questioning a
아니고
child.
여러 괴물이 있어요.
Have some decor.
제가 본 것도 있지만 마을 어른들이 이야기해준 것만 해도 엄청 많아요. 저희 마을은 그런 괴물들을 피해 만들어진 곳 중 하나예요. 오늘도 평소 같다면 모두와 같이 마을에서 식사를 준비하고 있을 시간이었는데
갑자기 저들이 들이닥친 거군.
맞아요. 하필 사냥꾼들이 나가 있어서. 원래 괴물들이 올 시기가 아닌데 그래서 안전하다고 생각한 건데 갑자기 썰매를 타고
Poor girl actually got super
들이닥쳐서
traumatized. Damn.
싸워보려 했지만 대부분 상대가 되지 않으셨고 많은 분이 돌아가셨어요. 그렇게 생긴 시체는 그 썰매의 주머니에 모조리 넣었던 거고요.
How many slaves were there? I feel like there weren't that
무서워서
many.
기절하고 말았는데 죽은 줄 알았는지 같이 주머니에 넣어지게 되었죠.
아, 이런 말하기 힘든 얘기까지 들어버렸네. 미안하고.
아니에요. 저도
Pick the index
질문해도
number.
되나요?
무엇이든.
도시에는 48가지 크레용 색깔이 있다는 게 정말인가요?
Oh,
그 중에 금색이랑 은색도 있다는 것도?
she's so excited. Okay, yeah, I feel like this line was really weird. But like every other line matches up with how I expect Gregor to talk to a kid.
왜 거기는 저런 노움 같은 괴물들이 많은 건가? 사람 말도 막 하고?
Like this line was weird to me. Like I feel like if it was right after the battle, I get why he's stuttering because he's he's like heaving from effort. But this is like after they took a break from like Otis like ripping into people. So I don't know why. Like why was he stuttering? Like literally every other line is like yeah, correct, but Does drop rate affect M3 drops? The way drop rate works is that it only affects your chance to get the chest itself. The main way you get M3 drops is by blue chesting or teal chesting or like whatever the other term is. Greg is a shy boy. Not really, but no, it wouldn't affect it because you're blue chesting or doing the other chest. Sorry, I sure know the remote while I was reading that one. Gregor is comically nervous sometimes. I know he's comically nervous, but I just feel like it was odd that he was like super nervous when he was asking a kid. Like, was he scared of monsters? But I feel like a veteran wouldn't be. I know he's like scared about like some things he doesn't understand, but I guess it just wasn't like. I forget if I must have just missed the line earlier. He was like talking about monsters, like being spooked that monsters were here. But if he is actually like very scared, like I get it. I suppose if he's scared of monsters in general, then the starting makes sense. A veteran with a bug arm, mind you, yeah. You get the losing conditionals easily. Yeah, you don't need drop rate then. You just pop the experience and rank XP 1 and call it a day. War flashbacks. Yeah, I guess with war flashbacks I could see it. It's just them using it for comic relief. Probably. Yeah, I think I can believe that. It was just very odd. Like that just felt very odd that like that line was weird and then every other line has been like very normal. Also like kind of a fucked up thing to have with comic relief.
아마도
그리고
Not him stuttering again.
도시에는 사람들만 살고
Oh, but he's like trying to react to like a kid like randomly tone swapping. That would I understand. He was like, what? This kid was just traumatized and now she's asking about crayons? 48 crayon colors with silver and gold? He's like, I think so.
가득하구나 하고요. 제가 가진 색만으로는 칠할 수도 없이 엄청
Bro, this kid better live. This kid better live.
부러웠어요. 다들 괴물에게 언제 당할지 걱정 없이 이웃들과 행복하게 살 수 있을 테니까.
There's no way they don't kill off the mole or boatworks people and this kid gets murdered, surely.
네?
거기서 거기. 여기나 저기나 죽음은 늘 가깝지.
멋있어. 한 번 더 해주세요.
Huh? That was cool.
그리고 다른 사람은 근처에서 못
Yo, she was a fan. She was a fan, guys.
여기서 사람을 본 적은 없는 것 같은데요.
그럴 리가. 분명 구하러
the
와주셨을
hunter.
텐데.
When you're a smoke war vet with a fucked up mom, turning people into insects, kids like, whoa, this place sounds amazing. Can I live there?
그분이 계셨다면 이번 습격도.
Oh. Hey Sylvaris, welcome back home. We missed our chance with Yuri, so this kid could be the new mascot. Clueless.
그 말로 유추해보자면
R.I.P.
호수의 고래잡이들처럼 외곽에도 괴물을 전문적으로 잡는 사냥꾼이 있나보.
그런데 잠깐만. 사람들을 잡았다가 이런 선물을 만든다고 했잖아. 이 선물은 누구를 주려고 만드는 건데?
Whoa. Jump scare.
그야 당연히 가엾고 착하며 울지 않는 우리의
That actually spooks me. That was so loud and sudden.
관리자님, 뒤쪽으로.
Santa! I don't know when it happened, but a large shadow was looming over us.
깜짝이야. 저건 또 뭐야?
뭐야? Smash.
이웃에게 선물을
Santata.
나눠
Tata.
산타타입니다.
Ho ho ho. Also hello. Big McLarge huge. The defying giant, garbed in red, carried a massive sack on his shoulder. It was definitely not a human. Hey, you don't know that.
저놈이야. 저놈이 여기 대가리를 했어.
저 옷이네. 저 붉은 옷이 우리가 찾아 헤매다.
Dawn, do you think Dawn fits that? The pair immediately jumped up from their knees and began shouting in unison. Should I open my 121 ink boxes to farm XP?
붉은
Monka.
주머니라는 해결사의 옷이라고?
Bomba.
야,
Dragons?
설마 사슴맨마저?
닥쳐라. 또 쓰잘데기 없는 소리를.
That's as old as Osa sounded. After silencing the pair with a short, stern command, Otis approached me and spoke in a low voice. Good night, Sylvaris. Have a good rest.
우선 지성체로 보여 대화를 해보긴 하겠지만 수가 틀어지면 여지없이 전투에 돌입할 수 있게 준비하는 것이 좋을 것 같습니다.
Yeah, that's a good idea. He's not a human, says. I know, that's what I'm saying. How do you know he's not a human and not a modified person?
날개나 고객들?
도시에 우리가 들어갈 수나 있나요?
저 덩어리도 노움인 거야? 노움들이 말하는 걸 들었네만 이곳의 대장은 노움이 아니라 수염 거인이라 부른다고 했어.
거인은 또 뭐야?
뭐야?
진짜 별게 다 있구만.
단테, 저건 환상체는 아닌 거야?
No, that's not an abnormality or a distortion. I'd say it's closest to whales.
당신들도 선물을 받고 싶은 건가요?
Okay, commentary.
모든 것 다 가져놓고
Bit random, but okay.
외곽에 사는 우리 이웃들은 그날 손꼽아 기다린답니다. 인간으로 만들어진 선물을
So naturally, me and my Encore team would never work with a mechanical amalgamation. Amalgam.
인간으로 장난감을 만들어서 인간에게 징후를 가진 자들에게 선물하는 것인가? 순수한 선의만으로.
인간들에게
Very altruistic. Very altruistic.
모든 것
I like Sensata.
몸을 맞대어 부둥켜 사는 이곳에서
Wow.
무한한 징후를 담아 언제나 정성스럽게 포장하고 있답니다.
Include PDA line. Monka.
협상
Womdus is way
결렬이라는
squishier?
말이
Yeah.
길게도 하는군.
Womdus is a jellyfish. Chigo pop.
차라리 누군가의
Joy to
기쁨이 될
world.
수 있는 선물이 되는 편이 어떠십니까?
Ho ho ho. I know he's not human because no human would try to fuck with the goat. Die for the company. Baked into the conventions. Trojan horse. Penelope.
벌써 목
Who?
애를 전부 채웠군.
Here's an up play. We should take out the mega mask. I almost killed ya.
해야 할 뒤처리도 없나. 돌아가지.
목표 위치로 돌격 중.
There it goes. Don't worry about it. Penelope.
세피라들도 결국 내 편에 설 수밖에 없을 거야.
Wait a second.
나도 그들도 모두.
Zakarda. Is Zakarda still here? You said there's only one song. Wait, was this Zakarda that said there's only one song?
태어난 곳으로 돌아가라.
재밌네. 난 너희가 좀 더 어설플 거라고 생각했.
No, it wasn't Zakarda. Was it Zakarda? Wait, who said there was only one song in this? It was not Zakarda that said it. Wait, who said there's only one song in this Intervallo? It was you? Okay. I never said I had good memory. I was like scrolling through your chat history trying to find it. That's funny. It's not your fault. I've been manipulating the memory of everyone here and implanting false information.
불만을 해소해 주는.
But if you're manipulating my memory and giving me false information, then how do I know that's true?
앞으로 더 많은 팀을
Thoughts?
개방하고 제압할게. 더 많은 보조사서의 도움을 받을 수.
How do I know that you're also not implanting the idea that you can implant memories into people? But you actually can't implant memories into people? Because I'm a little crazy. I'm a little crazy with it. Brand, don't talk back to the president of the world like
손에
that.
많은 피를 묻혔잖아.
시간이다.
몇명 늘어난다고 달라지는 건 없어.
I feel like if Sen was a president of the world, he would like he would probably shoot you in the head and be like, never tell me that ever again. And then the next person would be like, oh, I'm sorry, you are the president of the world. And then Sen would shoot them in the head and be like, you should call me, like, how dare you not call me the president of the world? That feels like the type of thing Sen would do if he was a villain in that scenario. My memory would never be manipulated. I remember that. That's what he wants to think. Dragon. Dragon. My first executive order is the new standard beauty will be based on how many microplastics are stored within your brain. This makes me think of Hypnosis Instant Lost 2 panel comics. I'm scared.
여기까지 와서 망설일 생각은 하지 않았으면 좋겠어. 사람을
I love win rating. Yay!
너희도 세피라들도
I forgot that when I win spam, I'm supposed to do this. On the corner. All that for 17 damage. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Why gotta blast my eyes open like that for 17 damage? Why even bother upside 3ing him? He's gonna be useless anyways. Your gotcha pissed me off so much. I thought you.
매뉴얼을 만들어두길 잘했네.
And I'm not sorry. And you know that I'm not sorry. Bruh. Have you been using the event shop? Not really. I mean, I just used it earlier, but I've not been farming properly. Like, not at all, essentially, properly. Girl. All that for what? Well. How?
도시에서는 누구도 자유롭지 못해. 저 손님이라고.
What's your opinions on the wealth experience I talked about a while back? Like how much experience there was. Yeah, I mean, I can see this a lot. I bought a few earlier, and it's like an insane amount of EXP for sure. I definitely had to grab it. I went from like leveling one person to 44 to like leveling like 3 people to 40 with like one small purchase. Considering this event is based on Intervallos, be a gigantic spoiler to run it, if it even lets you. Yeah, I heard it's a hard version of something. I mean, I just skipped the event story. I thought it wouldn't be too hard. Oh, but I guess I'd be playing against the sorry. I keep being jump scared by this guy. It doesn't really play the stages? Oh, I see. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it should be fun, and then I realized that if I play the stages, I get the mobs. So it's like, yeah, it would still be a freaking spoiler regardless. I see, okay. 20 extraction tickets and XP, yeah, it's gonna be really good. Can at least do lower your main dungeons and avoid the Bokak attacks, not see spoilers. Bokak. It'll be a bit difficult. Girl. Oh. Santata is mauling me. Well, I actually don't look at his shit. No way. Surely I don't need to read anything. I refuse to read. Sorry, does that say 81? Why did that say 81? Just bad rolls? This is definitely not a reading fight.
사자들은 다시 살아날 수 있다는 사실을 망각하지.
Yeah, I like clicked on the stuff and I saw charge. And I'm pretty sure charge is not a debuff. Like I didn't see any of the stats effects.
불공평하잖아.
Maybe I need to counter some stuff to like prevent him from doing something, but yeah, whatever.
펄스로 접혀
Santata.
바닥을 기는 모습은
Oh ho
어디서나
ho.
별반 차이가 없는.
Get splatted. Get slime.
죽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
Let's keep being him to death until he gives it a poise ego gifts. Spoilers about my MD potential runs on the box then. I want to make every game they talk about in Olympus. Every game. They mention a lot of like games that they play.
이번에도 잘해줬어.
Faust, what were you doing inside of that
책이
Santata
또
guy?
하나 늘었네.
Why'd he explode and Faust just popped out?
도시에는 내가 모르는 것들이
I
많아.
want to real life Jianghu journeys and want to make City Fighter 1 through 3. Funny. I mean, City Fighter is just Street Fighter, no? I feel like that should be easy enough. Santata's gut suddenly began to expand.
너희 전부 고막아라.
Delicious. Suddenly, a large figure leaped out of the dark and slammed what looks like into a stake into Santata's gut.
이런 냄새는 처음 봤어.
정신이
Santata.
쓰레기가 붙는 듯한 향이구려.
Huh. Some sinners dropped to the floor while the others gagged profusely. Clearly, this is a rather painful experience for all. Custom PM
유독성이
version?
있는
Fair
가스는
enough.
아닌 것 같습니다. 단지 극한의 불쾌감을 불러일으키는
A rather
냄새가
extreme level of discomfort.
북쪽의 거인을 쓰러뜨렸지만
Another
처리
blonde
방법도
person.
모르는 걸 보니 도시에서 온 사냥꾼들인가?
처리 방법.
J&J is supposed to be generic tabletop A.
북쪽의
Funny.
거인은 죽기
We
직전
love board games.
몸에 가스를 가득 채운 후에 터뜨리면서 산성
Rain of
폭발을 일으키죠.
acid. Bonka S. Dante's so happy he doesn't have a nose for sure.
이 가스가 산성 체계로 변하기 전에 배에 구멍을 뚫어 가스를 빼내야 하는 거지. 연쇄 반응이라도 일으키면 뒤처리가 곤란해지거든.
Oddly scientific for a game with a whale that people can live inside.
관리직 사상자는 하나도 없이
This is new.
머무르고 돌아다니던
'cause I-
사무직님들만 잔뜩
Wow.
죽었다고.
I have never seen this. Hasn't been this long since they got through a fight without
역시
losing
탄창을
someone.
쥐어주는 건 낭비라는 생각이 들지 않나? 어차피 이런 상황에서 사직 놈들에게 필요한 건 회복 탄환이 아니라 자기 머리에 쏠 실패.
Girl, where are all of your abbreviations? Oh my god. She's just yapping. She's just yapping. Someone stop her.
이거 냄새 더럽게 안 빠지네. 저건 또 누구야?
좋아요.
도미노 아저씨!
Crayon, who'd been holding her breath with her fingers over her nostrils, ran up to the large man and hugged him.
너라도 무사했구나. 그래요. 다행이야.
You good there, Otis? After stumbling for a moment due to the stench, most likely, Otis briefly gasped for air before approaching Domino.
어이, 신원을 밝혀라.
구름 마을의 괴물 사냥꾼 도미노요. 이제 구름 마을에는 나와 크레용만 남았으니. 더 이상
Oh, they
마을을
killed
볼 수도
everyone.
없겠군.
I thought they only killed like most of
안심하시오.
them, but they killed
자네들을
everybody.
해칠 생각은 추호도
That's not the
없으니
impression I got from the slays. Oh, it's only one slay, I guess.
아까 꼬마가 말했던 그 사냥꾼인가?
Okay, one of the voice lines that Otis said earlier sounded way older than she usually does. I thought I was imagining it, but I think her
원래 이 시기에는
it shows a different line.
이놈들이 우리 마을로 오지 않고 북쪽의 다른 마을로 갔을 터.
5 entire
그래서
pages.
돕기 위해 떠난 것이었다만 이번엔 방식을 바꿨던 모양이군.
What the fuck?
돌아와 보니 이미 마을은
That's
습격당했지.
insane. Let's see.
젠장,
크리스마스 전 준비 기간을 항상 맞추던 놈들이라 다른 괴물보다 피하기 쉬웠는데.
This music does not match this guy's pissed off tone. No, around this time of year, gone further to a different village. I was like, potentially help them out. Looks like they decided switching things up this year. My return. Oh, okay, there's the sad music.
도시는 몰라도
I was gonna say, I was like, the tone is not right. But here we are.
지옥같이 괴물 천지인 이곳에서 사람이 살아간다는 것 자체가 기적일 테고.
이런 선물 같지도 않은 것들을 만드는 곳도 많은 건가요?
이곳과 비슷한 걸 본 적은 없지만 하나는 확실히 말할 수 있지. 외곽에서의 다른 일들에 비하면 그저 귀여운 수준에 지나지 않는다고. 도시였다면 이런 지옥보다는 나은 삶을 살 수 있지 않았을까? 제법 생각하곤 하지.
There's no easy contemplation to the answer. The outskirts must be a hellish place to live. That's what he told. If what he's told me is anything to go by. Wow. The city they admire so much isn't such a warm place itself. From what I've seen in my journey so far, at least.
그러다면 함께 도시로 가는 것은 어떤가? 우리는
I don't think.
어차피
Trippy? Don Quixote stopped herself, realizing that every other sinner was giving her a look of disapproval.
말은 고맙군. 하지만 그렇게 간단한 말 한마디로 이 아이라도 도시로 데려갈 수만 있다면 참 좋겠는데 말이지.
She forgot about the entire entry process.
이 아이에게 작은 귀퉁이 하나도 내주지 않을 거야.
도시의 벽을 넘더라도 여러분들이 꿈꾸는 삶을 누리기까지 필요한 준비 서류와 절차만 해도 수십 가지일 것입니다.
서류라. 우리가 지금 와서 갖출 수 있는 서류가 어디 있기나 하겠나. 다른 마을의 청년들처럼 도시에서 일자리를 얻기 위해 공부를 해온 것도 아니고.
아저씨.
There was an uncomfortable silence. Domino cleared his throat and continued.
그래도 감사를 표하지.
Why not just keep the music going for a little longer? Why did we swap back to the whimsical
제일
tone?
좋은 감사 방법이 있긴 한데 반짝거리고.
Oh, okay, because Rhodia was gonna say something silly. Rhodian's eyes were twinkling. The lingering stench made it difficult for her to speak, but she was determined to make her point.
반짝거리고 짤랑. 집에 모아놓은 골동품들을 구경시켜 줄 수는 있는데 외곽역 찾길에서 수집해온 진귀한 것들이니 도시에서도 아마 흔히 볼 수 있는 건 아닐 거요.
외곽의 수집품이라면
Ishmael.
확실히 돈보다 더 가치 있는 구경이 될 수도 있겠네요.
Oh, there's still a decent chance the door we entered through might just shut behind us, right?
그렇습니다. 지금도 열려 있을지 불확실하죠. 제일 중요한 목표였던 두 수감자를 회수했으니 신속히 돌아가는 걸 권하고 싶네요.
So she says. I know, right?
제가
Rodian was like,
의견을
money?
내자면
Money?
대호수가 아니더라도 외곽은 외곽. 단지 호기심풀이를 하기 위해 있기는 너무 위험한 곳입니다.
급히
The music is
모양.
really off in tone right now.
자, 이거라도
Unless there's something
가져가시오.
like really silly about to happen. Domino card? Oh, toss a card wouldn't dull my
위험한
direction.
것은 아닌 모양입니다. 우선 퇴각이 급하니 자세한 것은 가서 확인해 보죠.
Like, oh, it's a bit late with that. Yeah, good idea. Some sinners had passed out and had to be carried by others. Most could not stop gagging at the stench. But we still made our way back to the door.
아직 열려 있어.
We made it back to the safety of the Mephistopheles.
구린 냄새. 가론
Everyone
대피
stinks.
대피.
Aaron quickly made her escape to the decks. And Virgilius greeted us in the cabins with a terrifying gaze.
다들 아주 대단한 모험을 하고 온 모양이군. 피와 살점을 뒤집어 쓰고 지독한
That
냄새까지
breath
붙여온
is
모양이잖아.
crazy. Oh, this is...
관리자, 어차피 나는 네 목소리가 들리지도 않으니 끄덕거리든 목을 좌우로 젓든 내 말에 대답만 했으면 좋겠어. 물론 내가 원하는 방향이어야겠지만 묻고 싶은 건 단 한 가지다. 당신의 판단이었나?
I hesitated for a moment before nodding affirmatively. I might get reprimanded, or maybe he has worse things in mind for me, but it was I who decided to go along with their plan. It does not have happened without my authorization.
좋아. 그렇다면
좋아요.
질의는 끝입니다.
어?
이 소라는 알아서 해결하고 휴식하도록 하시죠. 코가 썩어서 떨어질 것 같은 이 냄새도 환기하고 그럼.
With that, Virgilius disappeared into the back doors once again. Huh, that's unexpected. I thought my time had finally come.
잘된 건 아니겠는가? 면담이라는 건 맞지 않는 쪽이 항상 좋네. 그보다 모두 이것을 보게다.
I don't know when she had the time to pick it up. In all that chaos, Don Quixote managed to haul a huge sack of gifts back to the Mephistopheles. Not the
그 난장판
베이스볼.
속에서 또 뭘 집어온 거야? 그 못된 놈들이 전선으로 꾸며놓았던 장식들 말이오. 죄다
She's so
잡았다.
excited.
그 집념
Where's my Christmas ID for Dawn?
대단하다. 대단해.
What's all that for?
몰라서 묻는 것인가? 크리스마스!
Christmas! Christmas!
벌써요?
Decoration sheet.
아직 크리스마스는 3개월은
This
넘게
voice actor is
남았는데.
too funny.
괜히 누군가의 상처를 들쑤셔서 사기를 꺾는 행위는 괜찮아요. 괜찮아지고 있어요. 조금씩.
다들 성장하는 법이니까요.
훌륭하오. 그런 의미에서 오늘은 우리 모두 미리미리 파리를 즐겨보는 것이 어떤가?
그런 걸 하려고 거기까지 간 건 아니겠죠?
단테의 설명대로라면 이 소란의 핵심은 히스클리프 씨의 의복을 얻기 위한 것으로 파악됩니다만
Heathcliff has been silently brooding his seat with his face buried in his palms. Out of shame, most likely.
그것도 맞지만 찾으려 했던 복장이 그 괴물 거인에게 있었으니 사이즈도 안 맞을 것 같고.
됐어. 어차피 내가 생각했던 종류의 옷은 아니었다고.
히스, 그러니까 육지에 가면 우리가 다 골라주고 해준다니까.
옷도 옷인데 그 뭐냐?
지나쳐온 헤어 쿠폰을 발행한 항구선을 말하는 것인가?
The hair salon.
경로가 달라. 그건 사용할 수 있는 조건이 갖춰질 수 없었다.
Shame.
머리는 제가 만져드릴게요. 누나나 동생들 머리를 해준 적이 많거든요.
Bald Lou?
여기에 얼마나 더 떠 있을 줄 알고. 그리고 난 애초에 뭐가 좋고 나쁜지도 모른단 말이야. 일단 시행착오를 겪고 수틀렸을 때
Bro, you have Hong Lu
지금이라도
and
나은
Rhodia.
방법을 찾아보려 했지.
And probably Faust.
애초에 대체 뭘
And probably
받으면
Otis
이렇게
to help you out
불안해하는
with
거야?
dressing.
될 대로 되라지.
After a deep, heavy sigh, Heathcliff produced a letter.
그 전달받은 물건이라는 게 이거야?
아, 이 편지 봉투 저희도 썼던 적이 있어요. 굉장히 고급스러운 종이로 만드는 유통도 얼마 안 되는 종류였는데.
Okay, rich boy.
읽어봐도 되는 거야? 히스?
그래, 뭐 대단한 것이 있는 것도 아니고.
Is it an invitation?
그럼 단테가 읽자. 대표니까.
Sure. Rhodia handed me the letter. It was written in a beautiful series of cursive handwriting, drawn to an almost calligraphic perfection. I began reading. From Wuthering Heights. We cordially extend you, honored guest, an invitation to the square. What's this here? Stone color over this part of the letter. Dante's reading got no excuse. Well, I'll keep reading. Venue, Wuthering Heights, Tea Court Nest. Should you accept our invitation, please convene at a designated location by 4 in the afternoon on the 24th with this letter on your... What 24th? Please honor this occasion with your presence. With great respect, Nelly. Oh, and down here's a postscript. It's written in a different handwriting from the rest of the letter. P.S. You have to be here, Heath. I'll be waiting. Kathy. We had no way to tell what kind of occasion it was on the account of it being colored over, but it's probably a wedding, isn't it? It's gonna be a wedding. That sounds like a wedding invitation. Clearly, the rest of the letter's contents had been stoked with the fire of passion in Heathcliff's heart once again, or had stoked the fire of passion.
그러니까
This is definitely a wedding.
캐시라는 사람한테 잘 보여야 하니까 꽃단장을 해야 한다 그거지?
그것도 없지는 않은데 그거 말고
조용. 기다리기 힘들어하는 이유는 확실히 알아들었어. 히스?
뭐야?
Heath.
왜 그딴 눈가를 하고 다가오는 거야?
Rhodia.
야,
복루 선생, 헤어스타일링은 맡길게요.
Heathcliff, come home to partake in. Dear
선생이라고 불릴
God.
정도는 아니지만요.
야 잠깐.
Ooh.
어디로 끌고 가는 거야? 아이씨, 뭔 힘이?
로저 씨 손님이 꽤 세시더라고요. 빠져나오긴 힘들걸요.
Put him in a dress. The two sinners, practically hauling Heathcliff by his arms, disappeared into the back door. If it was an Irish wedding, then maybe it'd be a dress or like a kilt or whatever it's called. Now Heathcliff's fate was sealed, to be a mannequin to a now motivated and unbearably bored Rhodia's various experimentations.
이 장식을 여기에 걸어놓으면
Dawn is so silly. The humming? Dude, this voice actress. Don Quixote began humming a song, a carol perhaps, as she placed the various trinkets around the... It's fucking September, Don Quixote! It's fucking September! I decided to go out to the deck for some air. I leaned on the railing and dug through my pockets. The wooden doll Domino the Hunter gave me just as we hurriedly left. I held it and felt its texture under my fingers. My eyes into the distance towards where the outskirts lie. Where are your eyes? I thought for a moment about the gnomes, the giant, and the things Domino told me. I suppose there are people's stories in the outskirts too. No shit, Dante. Stories different than those from the city. I almost all look same. Faust pushed from behind and stood next to me. I wasn't sure how much of what I said she heard.
별을 하나씩 따라가다 보면 언젠가 알게 될 겁니다, 단테.
Okay, randomly sweet thing to say.
지금 눈앞에 있는 별을 쫓으면 되겠죠.
Yeah. I have to focus on the stories of the city for now. I don't even know who I really am, after all. Spoilers for what? Okay, that's kind of cute. Back out Faust. We might have a GF or a BF. Joyous laughter and frustrated howls echoed out of the cabins. They must have finished dressing up Heathcliff. Why don't we go take a look at how Heathcliff is doing, Faust? Or both. Yeah, Seton.
거절하기 어려운 제안이네요.
Out of all people, I can't. Oh shoot! Whoops! I accidentally punched my desk. The added color to the bus's interior warmed my heart a little. Out of all people, Seton, you assuming Dante's sexuality? I can't believe it. Yield my flesh to claim their bones. What the fuck? Sorry, I guess I'm not with the times. Yeah. You know it. Sorry, what did I mess up? Why am I not... Oh, clear than 10 turns. I see. Yeah, whatever. I feel like Clockhead is into women. I don't think I think Clockhead is into no one or nothing right now. Lunacy! I can't! I can't! I can't! Alright. Let's do the 2 minis, and then we'll,
이 소리는
어디서 뱀 기어가는 소리 들리지 않아?
이 소리는
Malkuth.
폭풍인가?
예?
어디서 뱀 기어가는 소리 들리지 않아?
채워지지 않을
40s.
공허를 남겨주지.
We'll do the minis, and then we'll unstream. I'll do the next Intervallo like Monday or something. This is Walpurgis. Green lights blinding our eyes and loud alarms rupturing our eardrums. I've gotten used to it by now. He hates Heathcliff. Yeah, I do.
기껏 잠이라는 안식처로
Less I hate Heathcliff and more that I think Chase might murder me if I don't play Gregor when I can. Thanks to alarm, the sinners begin waking up one by one from their naps.
발푸르기스의 밤이
Maybe feel that way because the only good man on the bus is Heathcliff. Maybe. I mean, admit that chaos, Faustman, as calm as ever. She walked up to the helm and shoved it. Wait, you think Heathcliff is a good man? Heathcliff has seemed the least dateable person out of all the men. I mean, besides Sinclair.
현상 자체는 희귀한 것이 맞지만 저희가 시기를 예측할 수 있는 현상은 아닙니다.
I feel like Heathcliff's the least dateable person. Like Sinclair is like just too mature an age band, but I told you you're setting him to his death at this point. Huh? You should run Heathcliff? I mean, he hasn't died in a while. Yes, 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 yes. I've gotten killed in a hot minute.
그럼 일주일 뒤에도 갑자기 올릴 수 있다는 거야?
부정할 수 없죠. 메피스토펠레스의 엔진이 감응하기까지 최소한의 시간이 있으니 그렇게 짧을 거라고는 생각하지 않습니다만.
Mephistopheles. Faust, who is busily interfacing with the device while answering Rhodia's question, came to a sudden stop. I don't even like that Greg fully leveled upside. What's up? Is there something wrong?
아닙니다. 예상 가능한 변동 중에 한 종류일 뿐입니다.
You'd really rather date John Autism or Saul?
다만 단테를 포함한 수감자들.
I mean, I said it before. I don't know if you were here for the stream where I talked about it.
잠시 어떤
But I feel
설명이
like
필요할지 고민한 것이죠.
I personally wouldn't like dating Mersal, but I feel like people. I think Mersal does fit like a more broad, like I think there would be people that would want to date Mersal, like John Autism or not. Like I think his, like he's a good listener. He's like very attentive. He pays attention,
직접 확인하는 것이겠죠.
and I feel like that's like unironically like pretty good for a partner. It's like not the type of like
다시 한번 꿈틀거리는군.
I don't even think he's on the spectrum, by the way.
이 안을 꾸미겠다고 난리법석을
Because
쳤는데
people on the spectrum like struggle a bit more to read social cues, and I think Mersal has like really good social cue readings. He just prefers not to speak because he doesn't think it's necessary, right? So if you're actually a part like his partner, then I feel like he won't be making like I feel like he would let you know his thoughts because he knows that you want to know his thoughts. Yes. he just has no romantic soul. I mean, he only has no romantic soul in the context of the game because he's very focused on being professional.
단테, 이번 편
I feel like if
던전이
book
있는
for salt, I
곳에서
love her big
일어났습니다.
boobs. Did he actually say that? That's kind of crazy. From my experience with people I personally know who like Limbus, they want all the men on the bust.
직접 열어주시면
They want
되겠군요.
all the men. Let me see what I mixed out. I feel like they're just yapping about random things that they've already told us. Merely policy on how I should explain this. New environment. What's my concerns? Back door. First-hand experience. 100 lives. Yippee! Sorry, but forces. Me to the back door. Volatility. Gotta head to my room. Open the door. Walk across the corridor, trying to recall what Faust told me.
정말 다행히도 이번엔 저 입장 금지 구역으로 가진 않네요. 어떤 바보들이 멋대로 들어가서 별
Is he gonna
쓸데없는
find the
고생을
image?
했습니다.
Scared. Ishmael, not the grin. Not the sarcastic grin again.
앞으로는 진짜
From my experience, I'm
안
also in the
한다고.
minority for not wanting all the females too.
두 번이나 어긴 자가 하는 말은 설득력이 떨어진다고 보지 않나.
동감이네요.
I think post-Kanto Ishmael
본인은
is probably the most dateable to me.
분이긴 하네.
Like, if I go get more Faust bias,
넌 다물어 임마.
post-Kanto Ishmael seems not too bad. Like, assuming one of us has the income to do all the adventures that she wants to do. I feel like it'd be fun. Also, I didn't even know. Like, I only just noticed because the game said it, but it's like all the stuff that Dante was worrying about like the sinners getting like being like friendly and all that, like it did kind of resolve itself, didn't it? Everyone everyone's like actually vibing together. What about your phobia over large hair? I think I'm okay with the large hair now because the game tells you why, like, outright. Like, I feel like this relies on the idea that Ishmael is bi, but like her large hair, knowing that it's out of honor, it's like honoring her dead best friend / love interest. I mean, you can be best friend and have love interest at the same time, but it's like purely to honor Queequeg. So like, now that I know what's for, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can respect it. Like, I don't know, I knew it was like a character trait for a reason, but like the game actually gives like a pretty strong reason for why she has it. But before I was just like, what the fuck? Like, why is her hair so big? Why is that there? But knowing it's because of Queequeg, I'm like, okay. Like, sure. That's actually like a really wholesome reason to have long hair.
아,
Oh.
문은
Deoshu and Mersal being the ones that peeped in. Right, the door had transformed into an oddly familiar shape.
정확히 일치합니다. 형상이 여럿 겹친 것처럼 보인다는 점이 다소 상이하나 디자인 기조는 일치하므로
제대로 보셨군요. 형상이 중첩되어 보이는 건 발프루기스의 밤에
Walpurgis
찾아왔다는
knocked.
방증이라고 할 수 있겠네요.
Do they really have a mini every time there's Walpurgis knocked? Or is it just like the first few to like explain it? This is surely a bit excessive.
로보토미 지부.
Most of the time, they really want to explain every Walpurgis knocked? Damn. The more I look at it, the more familiar it becomes. This place definitely looks a lot like those lobotomy corporation branches we've been to.
야,
We only missed
거기
one, I see.
이런 식으로 로보토미 지부를 찾아 들어올 수 있으면 우리는 왜 버스를 타고
It's actually that most of them have a fight with it? I see. So that's why like it's like spoilers to
정전해야
play,
할
right?
부분이 하나가 아니니까
I figure.
거꾸로 돌아가며 대답하죠.
Pop a door leading into one of the branches? Why are we doing it in this tour business?
우선
Okay.
발프루기스의 밤은 저도 예측할 수 없는 현상입니다.
그걸 통해서 작전을 펼친다는 발상 자체가 정신 빠진 소리라는 말이 되겠지.
그것도 그렇네.
생각을 조금 더 해보고 말하는 건 어떨까, 히스?
Ethan scowled at Rhodia's remark, but soon grew dejected once he noticed that other sinners were nodding in agreement. I love being lobotomy core. I feel so safe here.
가능성까지
Sen, I clearly remember you
부정하지
dying many
않겠습니다.
times in Salem's playthroughs.
그리고 이곳은
I think you might have actually died the
저희가
most in Salem's
찾아다니던
playthroughs.
도시 어딘가 있는
Actually, is that true? I don't know
로봇
if that's
공간이
true.
아닙니다.
I'm just saying shit to say shit.
발프루기스의 밤의 영향으로 변화한 복도의
It is pretty
일종입니다.
safe. I do not. I
현재
cannot
존재하는
believe
지구
that
한
when
군데지를
I saw
수집해야 하는 저희의
laser
언어와
beams
관련된 공간은
being beamed out of a
아니라고 할수
snake's
있겠죠.
mouth across time and space to beam people. I was just getting time off in my own way. Yeah.
그렇다고.
Believable, believable.
소리에서 미안하다고 하면 그만할 거냐?
가능성을 부정하진 않는다고 했습니다. 그리고 아직 더 남았습니다.
There are more inaccuracies. More? I don't think there's anything more for her to correct. Faust clearly seemed to think that there was another critical error in Heathcliff's statement. You can leave Day One running forever, you never lose an agent. Without even flinching and wearing that serious expression, she looked into the distance.
이곳은 지부가 아닙니다.
Oh. Faust muttered. Not one of them? So this isn't a lobotomy corporation facility? Was it like your hometown or
지부가
something?
아니라 과거 어느 시점과 가능성에
HQ.
로봇통을 본사라는 것입니다.
That's actually pretty big.
여기가
그럼
부러진 날개가 되었다는.
네, 이곳은 9L4 과거의 지휘팀이 사용하던 복도입니다.
Get me out! I can sense the rising apprehension among sitters. I get what you mean, Ando, but I feel like that's like not the same thing. This is where it happened. I don't remember it since it happened before my amnesia, but everyone in the city knows about that incident. The source of the blinding light that enveloped the city for days, which then sunk everyone into the utter darkness for the next. Is this Library of Runa? But Faust appears unaffected by the general air of anxiety of those around her. Instead, she continues to look off into the distance away from the sinners. Ahmed. Maybe it's because she doesn't care, or maybe what she already knows doesn't faze her. Are you waiting for something, Faust? Is this Library of Runa?
변동에 관한 정보는 이게 끝이 아니었으니까요.
That's fair, Ando.
아마도 곧
Before Faust finished, the lights of the corridor suddenly switched colors.
시작되었군요.
이게 무엇인가? 설마 말로만 듣던 기지 매몰?
그 정도의 사건은 이것과
Wait, this is
다른
the
경보로
Law Core OST, isn't it? Or soundtrack?
그럼 뭔데?
Wait, this is no wonder this is familiar. This is the freaking Lob Core shit. I totally recognize this because I would lurk in Salem stream. I was like, why does this sound so familiar? I swear I haven't heard this in a while. But then I saw Chase react with Ahmed. I was like, huh? I know he's bopping to the music, but it wasn't lore. It was other LC. Cool. Honestly, pretty cool.
시련입니다. 색은 녹빛, 때는 여명.
She's relapsing.
정원.
Can we put on book day duty today? Whatever that means. Is that one of the anomalies? Everyone seemed to know that something like this was going to happen. They prepared for battle, warily eyeing the mysterious machine. It's a little dog. Little dog. No, wait, it feels more like a Pekatillum. Oh, right. I forgot. It's because I just remembered. The it alternates between Lobcore and Runa, right? But was it previous Walpurgis Lobcore? I don't remember anymore. I don't think they really covered Lobcore that deeply, so it's probably like the door aesthetic was Runa. You gonna sleep? All right, have a good night, Onion. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate it. Good middle dog when breaching, Monka. Yeah, okay. Doubt. One day a question. Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me read that entire. Thanks for letting me read that. Really happy I could read that entire line of text before it faded away. My apologies, my apologies. I'll do better next time. Go on in a second, just like Lopko. Like, I can read pretty fast, but because I was reading it out loud, I missed it all. Like, my bad. My bad. I'll do better next time. I just won't say anything.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
Pipe down, pipe down. You fool.
아까의 공격으로 인해서
Dawn of
이상에게
Green
많은
Dao
피해를
Beta.
입혔어. 적들이
Alpha?
충분히 나약해졌다는
We're
거지.
Sigma.
끝을 내도
Wait,
될 것 같아.
I see. He has a slightly bigger eyeball. Oh, he's a chainsaw forehead. Fuck forehead.
위험인물 발견.
I min-rolled 10 boxes. I hate this game. Smooch. Once that guy's yin and yang look so cute. I kinda ship them, so I'm gonna let them meet each other while Captain's getting copied.
깨우치시게.
Yin and yang should be joined. Yippee! I think that could happen from this.
태어난 곳으로 돌아가라.
Ding 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 ding. Point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4.
아까의 공격으로 인해서 대상에게 많은 피해를 입혔어.
Thank God I leveled over the 40.
적들이 충분히 나약해졌다는 거지. 끝을 내도 될 것 같아.
이제 깨우치시게.
Dude, this music is such a banger. You tell me this guy used his made this soundtrack when he was like hovering in the corner of his college dorm room. Kind of disgusting, actually. Me putting Little Red riding Hooded Mr. Mercenary and Big and Will, and we'll be bad wolf next to each other. You're evil. Yeah, this is actually kind of crazy.
유리한 환경이 되었네. 잘 됐다.
All it's missing is a gentle tapping of punishing bird. Monk ass.
이제 깨우치시게.
I'm so sorry, the guard. Mill my wind god. And Shadowverse. Mode. Dude, I wish I don't know why Shadowverse has 9 card hand limit. You're cooked? Yeah. That's unfortunate as fuck, honestly. This minigame, this is death from playing actually really good. I'm gonna let all my agents get it real quick.
아까의 공격으로 인해서 대상에게 많은 피해를 입혔어.
Dude, I meant to.
충분히 나약해졌다는 거지.
I kind of want to play more Shadowverse, but there's really no time for me to. I could probably do the dailies on my iPad on my phone. But like, if I'm not doing it for like half my gachas and not doing it for Pokemon Pocket, I'm not doing it for Shadowverse either. Who is grunting? Is that Gregor?
살고자 하는 모든 것들과 함께 무덤으로 돌아가라. 태어난
방금 너무
곳으로
근사한 이격이었는데?
돌아가라.
관리자님에게
That
우수한
gives a
평가를
positive
받을 수
review.
있겠어.
Yippee! Okay, I'm putting Ishmael on Huh? Time limit reached. I failed? Wait, what? I failed? Or what was that? Eventually, we managed to reduce the machine so power's trap metal. Noob, what the fuck?
그래서 하우스 씨, 이 고생을 하면서 저걸 처리할
What a
이유가
hate.
있겠지?
네. 저희에게 돌아올 보상의 효율이 높으니까요.
That's coming out of your paycheck, what the fuck? It's not a matter of fail or success because the missions for this event don't exist anymore. Fair enough. Gregor repeated, clearly expecting her to elaborate, but Faust ignored his gesture and instead began to observe the walls and items around her.
이것들은 결국 무엇이었던 것인가?
Yi-song stood next to Faust and began to muse alongside her.
한때
Bro,
본사에서
stop the geniuses from resonating.
상체와 흡사하면서
I'm also Yap Central here.
로보토미 본사에서는 이런 괴물들을 시련이라 호칭했습니다.
I don't think he'll leave Faust and Yisong in a room together and like just have them like yap for like 45 minutes about something that no one else can understand.
격리실이 아니라 복도인데도 격리실
Like literally no one but maybe Otis can understand
이
half of
괴물들은
the shit being
특정
said.
시기에 갑작스럽게 나타나는 성질을 갖고 있었습니다.
God, someone stop them. Monsters? Like monsters of the outskirts?
그렇게 보일 수도
Petrol yapping machine,
정확한
yeah.
의미에서는 아닐 수도요. 언젠가
Maybe
알게 될
Ishmael. I think
것이라고
only Otis could. I think Ishmael might understand some stuff, but actually Ishmael might understand more because she did study for the wings when she was younger, right? And she abandoned it. But yes, you suck.
미리 말씀드립니다.
Mersalt too. Yeah, I think if you gave permission to Mersal, yeah, so actually, yeah, Mersal. I forgot about Mersal. He hasn't spoken in like 20 years.
이
Mersal would
시련이나
understand.
그에 준하는 상황이 발생할 확률은
Dude, put Mersal, Yisong, and Faust in a room and tell Mersal that he needs to keep the conversation going, but in an engaging way. They would actually talk for like 36 hours straight.
난 이 주면이 싫다니까.
오히려 좋네. 심심할 일도 없고 전투 훈련도 되지 않겠는가?
I'm scared. Except for Faust and Yisong, who were quietly exchanging their observations, each sinner began to proudly share their impressions. Well, I guess that's a more reasonable proposition than let's just doze off in the bus until we find land. Hopefully Faust or Yisong will one day find the time to explain their findings to me. Right, we get moving. Approach the sinners to get us going. Funny.
모처럼 괜찮은 예술을 보나 했더니 벌써 목, 애를 전부 채웠군. 방지할 사고도 해야 할 뒤처리도
Heal
없네.
my flesh. Okay, was this interval bad? I'm assuming Yield My Flesh and Claim Their Bones is not another Christmas-themed interval, considering that it sounds slightly more edgy than a Christmas-themed interval, but that was not a bad interval. I was expecting like Giga Trash because of Suchi's reaction, but like that genuinely was like not even. Like, that was totally fine. Healing in the Flesh is a New Year's tradition. From what culture? Huh? What culture yields their flesh? To claim bones. Christianity? I wouldn't put that to Christianity, actually. Probably is Christianity. Korea, I guess? Japanese-derived idiom. I'll compromise and give it to both Korean Christians. Yeah, Korean Christians are pretty large population. Back to the bus. Yippee!
위험. 땅이 가까워지고 있어.
Hey, Charon. Charon, who had been quietly holding the helm for a while, suddenly spoke up. As if on cue, everyone in the cabin simultaneously jumped up from their seats. The Queen's joy at the end of this long journey was palpable. Staring at the Queen of Hatred.
끝난 거야?
눈물이 날 것만 같구려.
Isan got over the seasickness after a while, huh?
아, 이제 어디 놀러 간다고 할 때 배 같은 건 무조건 배제해야겠어. 평생 탈 만큼 탔으니.
I'm not gonna read all that after I let half of it play out.
뭐 얼마나 오래 있었다고 이러는 건지. 저 때는요. 일단 배에 오르면 3년은
Yeah, whatever, girl.
그 얘기 호수에 떠 있는 동안 수십 번은 들은 것 같으니까 그만 좀 하자.
Not him softly muttering
화를
that.
했다 이스마일. 많아도 3번 꺼내는 정도가 나았을 것이다.
할 얘기가 없다고 하니까 꺼냈던 것뿐인데요.
Just as you were exchanging a few meaningless jabs at each other. Boom! Yippee! Action! Mesotopheles suddenly jerked violently as though something had exploded. Of course, we were all promptly thrown about the bus boat like ragdolls. Of course. Is everyone okay? Or about okay?
아, 이놈의 버스. 어떻게 한 번에 부드럽게 멈추는 법이 없냐?
I don't think so.
버스?
Ethan was right. I took a quick look around and realized that the cabins had transformed back into the shape of the bus we'd grown so used to.
카론, 변신 버튼 눌렀어.
변신!
찰칵, 찰칵.
She was so excited for that.
켜고 하라니까. 좀!
카론, 제발.
버스배는 깜빡이 없어. 어쩔 수 없는 거야, 벌레 양반.
아,
I thought there was going to be some complicated procedure to transform it back to a bus. I guess it just happens with the click of a button, huh?
저는 다시 공방이나 보트 센터에 들러야 할 줄 알았는데요.
메피스토펠레스는 한번 각인된 성질은 계속 기억할 수 있는 기능을 갖추고 있습니다. 일단 그 형상을 갖췄었다면
She's so proud of that.
다른 형상으로 바로 변할 수도, 다시 돌아갈 수도 있죠.
그런 거군요.
고름?
아무튼 그렇게 원하던 육지까지 잘 도착해서 다행이네요. 히스클리프 씨.
Ethan's face lit up for a brief second before a vortex of complicated feelings overcame him.
그렇단 건. 야, 띠띠빵빵.
띠띠빵빵.
T사인 거냐?
Wait, that's a really funny nickname. Ethan was talking to Charon, but she didn't reply. Maybe it was because he didn't call her by her name. Or maybe it was that she didn't really know where we were either. She always drives wherever her whims take her, after all. 띠띠빠빤.
회색빛이 도는 것이 색을 앗아가는 그곳과 담기는 횟수만 조금 다르긴 하구려.
그렇나? 이런 색감은 아니었던 것 같기도 하고.
T-Core, District 20. I've never been there myself, but I've tangentially experienced it via Yi-Song's Battle of the Ego. Yeah, that place was supposed to take our colors away, wasn't it?
여유를 가져라, 히스클리프. 여긴 아직 뒷골목일 뿐이지 않나. 그저 내가 오랜 시간 몸을 담았던 곳에 초입일 뿐이지.
His smirk. Virgilius, you had no reason to provoke him like that. Yeah, put your foot down.
둥지로 바로 진입하지 않고 뒷골목을 통해 가는 이유라도 있나요?
To trigger Heathcliff, or yeah. Huh, you're right. Why are we going through the back streets anyways?
나도 궁금한 건 뒷골목의 도로를 통하는 건 우회 경로가 많고 시간과 위험 요소 모두를 늘리는 방법일 텐데.
둥지에서 둥지로 직접 넘어가는 허가가
Sippy, Biggie Fox.
뒷골목을 통하는 것보다 심사 조건이 월등히 편하기도 하다.
Sheep. Ishmael's question to Virgilius had opened a whole new floodgate of questions from other sinners.
뭐 다들 그새 질문이 많아졌군. 내가 친절한 방법으로 설명하지 않는다는 건 바뀌지 않았을 텐데 말이지.
방향에 대해 의문이 생겼다면 묻는 것이 맞지 않나요? 길잡이의 일은 방향을 가르쳐 주는 것일 텐데.
Okay, clapback.
설마 T사에 직접 출입 허가를 받지 못한 건가요? 림버스 컴퍼니식이나 되는 회사가? 아무리 신생 회사라고는 해도 뒷배가 든든한 회사 아니었나요?
She's back to being yap.
대부분의 둥지에
male.
대한 출입 허가는 받을 수 있습니다.
그럼
회사의 뜻이다.
Virgilius silenced the entire hubbub on the bus with a short but low growl.
길잡이의 일은 회사에게 부탁받은 목적지까지 진행하는 방법을 조율하는 것이다. 이 경로를 택한 것도 그 뜻에 따른 결과일 뿐이니 적당히
No red gaze when you said this.
닥쳐줬으면 좋겠어.
He wasn't as triggered. Perhaps the commotion was getting to him. I could tell that Virgilius was rubbing his ear out of frustration.
그런 거면
While doubt was still apparent on Ishmael's face, she nodded affirmatively. She was acknowledging that there was little we could do about the orders from the company itself. Yippee. Wow, jump scares today.
저 경보, 사실 뭐 우리 하는 얘기를 듣고 있는 거 아니야? 무슨 타이밍이 이렇게 좋아?
그럴 리는 없을 것 같네요.
It's not my cancer anymore, better sit my ass down. Like always, Faust looked into the bus's terminal before giving me a look that I've come to recognize. Another volatility to take care of, huh? Clone Marine 11 times and replace all the other sinners with her?
또야? 얼마 전에도 뒷문에 변화가 생겼다면서 왔다 갔다 했잖아.
알 것 같아. 저번엔 거울 던전, 채광 던전도 변했었고. 아니 그럼 슬슬 남은 게
그레고르 씨의 추리력이 나날이 늘어나는 것을 파우스트는 긍정적으로 여깁니다.
They respect each other so much.
굴절철도냐?
The trauma in his voice. The bus soon fills with a sinner's exasperated sighs.
또 개같은 지하철이야.
거긴 갈 때마다 피곤해지는데.
Just don't allow Rodian and other clones to live past 7 days or I'll kill all of them. Do I get a cookie?
이젠 3호선인 건가요?
Line tree.
그럴 확률이 높죠. 직접 가보기 전까지는 확정할 수 없지만. 단테.
I know. Going through the refraction railways takes a lot out of me too. So far, each refraction railway has had new and different patterns. And enemies we faced in there were all much more powerful than any other enemies we'd faced before. But, booty. It's also true that I see a noticeable improvement in most sinners' combat prowess once we've had a run through the railway. Not to mention the copious amounts of rewards. Okay, game. Just tell me that I should be playing it. I don't remember exactly what was possible at the time. The abnormalities we battle in the railways are probably not the same ones that exist in the world that we live in. Giga Rodian, scary. It's not like we'll be able to capture them or bring them back, but they're perfect for practice, just in case we run into their real versions. Well, whichever is the case, going through the railway will be a net positive for us. So let's get going then. I took a quick glance at the sinners, then opened the door to the back door. To the back door. Ugh. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Good place to end. We'll do the next Intervallo Monday. I gotta remember to do some stuff for this stupid event. You're on thin ice. I will say, I think Rodian is probably the most disappointing character so far. Mainly because, like, I feel like Gregor gets a lot of, like, witty things to say, but Rodian is, like, very one note for now. I'm sure she'll have another cancer that, like, actually progresses her character, but like, I hate you and you hate me. I mean, I like Rodian a lot, but I think it's like less than I like. It's like it's not that I don't like her character, it's just that she hasn't gone anything. I mean, Mersault, I guess, like, okay. I guess a better way to put it is that like from like when we started, Rodion has not changed at all. Mersal has at least gotten some development, but I feel like Rodion has gotten nothing. Loser, no sign, no talent. You messed everything up. You have theories about her, but they're spoilers. That's fair. Yeah, like it's like even Mersal has had like more active development than Rodion has. Like Rhodia, in my opinion, has gotten nothing. Like for now, I like again. I'm sure she'll get something like soon, but it's like she's always been like the like witty, sarcastic, like money loving, like first to make a joke when it's appropriate. You know, like it's like all like she hasn't changed at all. Like Mersal has at least gotten some development when it comes to like being a bit more witty, to like his thoughts, his rants. Honglu, actually, yeah, Honglu and Rhodia have gotten zero development in my opinion. Like Dawn has like been neutered a bit. Faust has like had more like sarcastic things said. Like her like humor's been explored a bit more. Gregor is like constantly getting humor and like things said, like having interactions, but I think comparing Mersal to her is disappointing because Mersal hasn't had Kanto yet, but she has. Yeah, it's just like as long as we get her coin power, wait until Kanto 36 when all the sinners are dead and she gets signed self-loathing. Yeah, it's like, cause yeah, Mersal has at least had something. Like he gets more, but like, and to be fair, Rhodia's personality is like starting off was more fleshed out to begin with. Like Rhodia did, like her starting point was a lot better than most. Like her starting point was better than Sinclair, better than Mersal. Like I'd say better than Yisong. Like she was like above average maybe. Yeah, better than Yoshu. Like she was above average when she like in terms of starting personality, but like it's like we're like halfway. I'm over halfway through the Kantos now, and she's gotten nothing in terms of like evolving her personality. Rodion is the GOAT. Like in her defense, it's not like she needed more, but when you consider that like Ishmael is like somewhat in the same bucket where like her starting personality and her current personality are genuinely like pretty similar, but she's like softened a lot, and we've already seen her like go through an actual character arc in her Kanto. So like Ishmael, again, like if we're considering like start and now, pretty close to Rhodia, but we know that she's like acting a bit softer. She's acting a bit more like she's like being a lot more friendly with the sinner. She's like doing all this other stuff, but like ultimately like she is kind of like she's nowhere near the same character, but like the way she interacts with the sinners is still like pretty close, just like a lot more nuanced. But Rhodia has like nothing. Like even Otis has had like even Otis like treating people more softly, is like interacting in better ways, like isn't glazing, you know, like she's still good at glazing a lot, but she's like willing to like speak her mind and like listen to other people's inputs and all that. But like Rhodia's yeah. But like Rhodia's done nothing. Like in fact, her interactions are going lower. Like she used to mess with Sinclair constantly, and now she hasn't messed with Sinclair once, I think, since his Kanto. Like maybe early Kanto 4 or something, but like ever since then, it's like even her relationship with Sinclair like has not developed at all since Kanto 3. All she does is just like become comic relief or like provide some like more lighthearted commentary on the situation, which is kind of disappointing considering the state of all other characters. And then I said all in. I am sure they'll fix it, but yeah, it's just like I don't know. It's like, why isn't she getting anything? I don't get it. Rodion manifests a gambling ego and goes back in time to make the Mirror Dungeon EX gift. Would be pretty funny. I thought she looks very beautiful, but I didn't know how to tell her. I didn't know how to tell her onto me. I felt her legs wrapped around mine. Mary threw me a kiss, wanted her stupid. She had her leg pressed against Mary, a shape of her firm breast, following her breast towards the end, lining dress and let her hair down. But not a good one. She came beautiful and she laughed with delight. A bus. When we gotten dressed looked at me with her eyes sparkling. From that point, onto my bed, Ailee did too, I think, but she let Summer Night marry. Didn't have the time. I helped was Saturday, and Mary can't. I brushed against her breast. I wanted her so bad one night, wearing a pendant in my pajamas. When I laughed, I wanted her. And white striped dress, and just met Mary, her breast. I recognized lip. She seemed very nervous. Mary was jumping with joy. Beautiful day it was. I felt. What the hell? What is going to do this story? I forgot to send you. I just looked at my DMs. You sent me this like 30 minutes ago. Yeah. I figured it'd be a good bit if I just said it out loud without any context. Purely from audio. I thought that was a good bit. He's distorting. Yeah, I wait for like good rodeo development. I don't really know what they could do to develop her, but because yeah, her Kanto is already passed, and I figure like it was pretty obvious this was going to be a thing. Like I figured it was very obvious that rodeo was gonna get screwed because her Kanto was like pretty bad. Well, like it was like bad in terms of plot and development. It was good in humor and like pacing, but the actual meat was not good quality. I can't believe you cursed her like that, son. Who was Summer Skin? Yeah, there's a Sua Summer. Like, she would be the girl to get a Sua Summer Skin, too. She would be the girl. I don't know what target's here. Let me see what I'm at with these threads. Let's see. How do I do this? Yeah, how do I... Wait. Inventory. So, like, how many do I need? Crime and Punishment, deep enough book, I'm sure I'll come. Yeah, especially knowing that, like, I forget who said this, but it's supposed to be like a 400. Am I really behind then on this? I guess I'm supposed to open thread boxes. Yeah, knowing, I probably told me this, but knowing this is supposed to be like a 3-part story arc for this game, there's more than enough time for Rodeo to get more and more development. 400 shards equals 200 boxes, average. Ah. Ding. So, who am I using this on again? Mariachi Sinclair. It always takes more than that. The importance of average. Always available. Season 6. Lord Lou or Capel Salt? Lord Lou. Just ask yourself what Hong Yuan needs. Oh. I felt like picking up Yisong for the vibes. Wait, who am I missing actually? I am missing Yisong, aren't I? Definitely Lord Lu. Yeah, I'll probably pick up Lord Lu. I just keep forgetting. I don't know why I'm saving it actually. Am I saving it in case I hit a Lord Lou randomly when Walpurgis is nowhere near? Thoughts? I'll honestly hold off on Season 2 in case you pull one of the good 3 units from it. Oh. Alright, so I'm allowed to click Faust here, right? He has Death Assist, Attack, Defense, and Command Attack. Oh, wait a minute! That sounds familiar. Wait a minute. It was important from here. Like, I don't need Ahab, right? I'm kind of down to pick Ahab, even if it's not particularly important. Ahab is ass? Bruh. Ahab is ass. God damn it. How come my goat is ass? You might as well save them because you'll low-key never use his IDs, Season 3. Get Middle Dawn. She was so cool when she came out, but she has a unique sanity that makes her borderline unusable. Shame. Wait, why is Middle Dawn good? But am I ever using Middle Dawn over Maho Shoujo? Pretty flashing and damage his ass now. Smooch. Is Middle Dawn good for bleed? Because I think also her sanity. Because I guess if I'm gonna take a bleed unit, no. Well, what am I using Middle Dawn for? She's good for the middle team. Okay, but like my two teams are gonna be Zero Suit Samus, Zero Suit Faust, and Mao Faust. She's Envy Res team, but your Dawn's better for that? Okay. So who in Season 2 is good for bleed, if any? Zero Suit Faust? Yeah, Zero Suit Faust. I watched the trailer. I cover the captions. It's Zero Suit Faust. Harpooner Heath is alright, he has a good passive. Like support, or assuming this offense, level up every time he's attacked. Gain 2 instead. Flanker Faust. Versalt ID is the best one on that ticket because his S3, his actual passive. Oh, the melee tattoos. Oh, it's Queekheg. They gave Heathcliff Queekheg? Faust has 2 Quaker IDs now. 1% for every missing HP. Oh! Wow. That's... I did not even notice there's a last line there. But would you play that in Bleed? I assume you do. But like, what if I... What if I click this instead? I'm allowed to, right? Weecliff. Very dangerous. What if I just go Faust collecting? Like, none of these are actually, are these important? One was 40% flanker, the other is 99%. Zakarda, it's not to ever play. You have to understand, it's not to play. It's for this. Just collect Faust. Yeah, like if no one's like super useful anymore, then rather just do this. Like collect the what is Mersalt doing, bro? What is Mersalt doing? Faust guy. Faust but guy. I guess he's doing Faust. We first satisfy the requirements to start this quest. What? Out of all those, the only relevant one is probably Twin Hook to enable some teams in MDE. Alright, sounds useless. I'm clicking Faust. Yep.
Sure.
Then Ishmael, especially for stats, is good for lobbing. Well, too late now. And this one was wait for only good ones. Okay. Wow. Oh, right. I have a good Rhodia, but there's no good Rhodia here, right? Yanni was never alive anyway, so it's fine. I was not. That is very correct. Alright, wait, one last thing. Was there a rodeo thing in here? That wasn't, right? Is this any good? Like, I don't have a single... I guess it doesn't matter, because rodeo's Kanto's long past. But I don't have a good rodeo, like, at all. Let's charge. LCDB Joshi was actually reviews on one MD econs. Using that to get on her trolling. It's okay, you like her. Okay, but isn't any rodeo one you like? So I feel like that's not fair game, no? Girls are pretty bad, she did this clashes, I see. Also, it doesn't work with the singular ego I have, right? I have every rodeo up to 4 and level 60, yeah. Like, it's literally useless to ask you. My singular ego. Wow. It's bleed. I don't have a single bleed. I have no bleed, Rodia. Bleed? Paralyze. Bleed? Encore smile? I don't like that smile. Alright. What's going on? What am I misclicked. Lowest rolling ID in the game. Dear God. It's quite spooky, actually. Imagine being treated that badly. I'm so bad claiming dailies. I'm so far behind on this stuff. It's over. One. Alright, I'm gonna end stream here. Losing flashes for every unit you get from the Season 3 ticket? The 2-star, cut him some slack. I mean, that was a Season 2 ticket. Oh, the one I had. Just now, the one I was looking at. Thanks all for watching. I'll be back. I'll definitely stream Monday. I don't know about tomorrow. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. There'll just be like some brain rot with GBF and Star Savior. See you guys. Bye bye.